I'm just saying that's not what a rat's ears look like, but I'm very down with it otherwise.
Hello and welcome to the Cracker Barrel podcast.
Hey, yo. What are you
Whoa.
drinking?
Is it
We're
Magic
bringing these
Carter? Is
back.
it Xander's Lounge?
Hmm?
I don't think that's Xander's Lounge.
Oh, you can actually use !art, and you can see where I found it.
These exclamation points are getting out of hand.
This
I
is
don't
the
know if
only
I
thing
can-
that I was able to find for
Cool.
it, was just a link.
I don't know if I can abide by this podcast anymore.
What?
Revolt.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Hmm.
sense, actually. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, so I'm having a red Da Vinci wine. I don't know what it is. I've had it for like the last couple of weeks. And
I'm having a
it's
plain
Clark, I
LaCroix.
hate red wines. I'm also
Yeah,
having
but plain
red
fuck red
LaCroix.
wine.
You should have fucking thought about how Nick hated it before you had that red wine,
I'm
Clark.
so sorry,
Exactly.
guy.
You should have
Hey,
fucking thought about that.
Eddie, don't judge Clark. I'm also having red wine.
What?
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah, come on, man. Catch up.
Nick's like, why do I
Stop
always get
drinking.
headaches and it drinks red wine?
Downs gallons of red wine to get a strategic headache.
Eddie, who are you drinking
To be
tonight?
kidded.
Am I drinking?
Yeah, who are you drinking tonight?
I've got a fine, wash them down with a nice Chianti. I was thinking about some kind of vampire joke.
Damn, you're
But
not drinking
died in the cradle.
Heineken, get out of here.
Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Alright. The default is
Heineken,
Michelob
that
Ultra
shit.
if you're not drinking anything.
Pabst Blue Ribbon!
What, Nick? What'd
Oh,
you
yeah.
say?
Take a beat.
I said the default is Michelob Ultra if you're not drinking anything.
Oh, that's
You
fair.
ready? Ready for this? Can you hear this?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Sage, who are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Rita's strawberry Rita. Strawberry Rita. Sparkling margarita. So-
I'd like that instead of this ass red wine.
You know, it's a malt beverage. This may have been a poor choice on my part because
Certainly
things
is a decision on a Sunday night.
On a
malt.
Sunday night of all nights.
Yeah. I got Mondays off, gentlemen.
Oh,
I
hell
don't know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
Never mind. It's
Oh,
always a great night then.
I don't work
Hey, my
Sundays
man.
or Mondays. You know,
All right.
that's just my
Is that everybody? Does anyone else have any other things?
I'm drinking a Dragon Fruit Punch Gamer Subs.
That's
Nope,
beautiful.
that's a lie. I smuggled 27 pounds of Coca-Cola to Jake's house
Oh my god.
earlier today.
Wow, you let
I
them
mean,
know.
honestly, I wish you did that.
Are you guys both
It
in
was
Lake George right now?
delivered. You must have
Yeah.
gotten it. So you
Nice.
must be lying. I know you can't hold back.
I had a Coke earlier today, but I'm like, that was like,
Boo.
hey.
Boo.
Why
As a
am I
kid, I
being
went.
booed at for
I
my
went on a
drink
field
choices?
trip to or not a field. It was like a school trip for Latin to Italy when I was in high school, and
I don't
my
remember
friend
asking about
who
this.
was on this trip, like didn't eat any of the food in Italy. He just exclusively subsisted on European Coke for like a
Oh.
week. He
Hell
would
yeah,
buy
dude.
like 6 packs
Hell
of it,
yeah.
He's the
take
Dragon
them back to his
Warrior.
room. He would drink at least like 4 to 5 a day, and
Man,
that's probably a low ball. And he
Of like
wouldn't eat
bottles, or
anything.
like were these like
No,
what,
the
16-ounce
like weird
bottles?
skinny European cans.
yeah, because they don't sell the bottles that we have that
Yeah, they
have
sell like
normal sized
330
drinks.
kilocalorie sized cans.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you
So
could down those easy.
Wait,
No,
also
but he was fucking knocking them back and not eating
Would
any
you say
food.
he
Oh.
was crushing them?
Yeah, he was
Yes.
crushing those cans.
Yes, I would say he was crushing them. He
Officer,
also
I
exclusively
would.
referred to Coke. He would exclusively refer to Coke as conch.
Yeah.
So you
Oh, bro,
gotta
pass
have
me a
another
conch.
conch.
Can we get
Yes.
this? Can we get this guy on the podcast, please?
Yeah.
Yes, we could probably get Ross on the podcast. Actually, I'm sure he would like that.
Wonderful. All right.
Wait,
Are there any
before
other
we-
announcements, stories about Conk or Ross?
before we start, Clark, I'm thinking about it at this moment. Did you get tipsy the same moment in life that I did?
This is an interesting question to
Probably
ask.
not.
This is an Oscar line right here.
How?
This is when we were in. Let me think of the city that we were in. We're in Shanghai.
Oh, with the rice wine? Yeah, no, dude. I'm like back then. I was like 160 pounds. So I was fine. Or wait, no, it was like middle school. I was pretty
was
light,
baby
but
parts.
I was still a tiny little guy. But I
Hey.
don't think I got tipsy off that little sip of the wine that we were allowed to have when we were in.
Okay,
Shanghai.
I drank the entire thing, and I was like, how many pounds? I was so not many pounds. I was like 100 pounds. Or
Brother,
something.
you were 100 pounds soaking wet,
Soaking
carrying
wet.
a 35-pound weight. Dude, I am surprised you did not die. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
like,
on
rice
the edge.
wine hit him like a
Remember
bag of bricks.
reading the red ibis,
yeah, oh my God, the Scarlet Ibis.
the scarlet
I
ibis.
remember
I
that.
was the scarlet ibis.
Yeah,
I
motherfucker was
was
red.
disappointed.
He was both red and dead behind a fern, I
Alright,
think?
alright,
I don't
alright,
really
alright.
remember. Either way.
Almost 15 minutes late.
But
Chat's
my
getting
first
Chat's
experience
getting
getting
angry.
tipsy
Chat's getting
was in
mad. Chat's
Getting
Shanghai,
fucking pissed.
Wait, I have one
being
more. I have
served
one more
rice
question.
wine at a show.
Oh,
Hey,
Nick, did I tell you about the North Korean
Oh
alcohol
my
that I
God,
had?
they're saying get on with it. Chat, I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
hey,
We'll try and get him
hey.
under control.
No,
wait,
Jake's saying get on with it.
No,
That's
that's
Chad.
Chaz. That's
That's
Chad.
Chad. That's
That's
literally
Oh
Lunar
my
Raptor.
God,
That's
That's
this
Lunar
Chad.
is-
famous
Raptor. One of the
Lunar
greatest chat
Raptor.
guys.
Jake,
Anyways.
just say it if you wanted us to get on with it.
Say it to
damn
my
No,
face.
no, Chad is here. Chat's here. You know what?
Alright. Jake has spoken. Let's get on with it.
All right, good. I was worried. I was worried we were gonna have to do something drastic.
I
We should
still
do a
have questions
sports
for the
talk
rest of
radio
you.
show, but only about sports we don't watch. On the Cracker Barrel podcast. We should have like hockey hour.
Yeah. All right. So, picking up where we left off, the party was invited to a celebration in their honor for their assistance in saving a spice shipment from storm giants. After a brief stop in Wilkinson, the party arrived at Ilum and attended the Last Light celebration, a celebration which is done for the final harvest of the year as the seasons turn now to winter. They ran into Tondo again, who made a short appearance at the ball before being whisked away somewhere by Ron, who seems to have abandoned him guy as his follower. Much to their surprise, Barris, their rival, spoke upon their behalf at the celebration, instead of their advocate, Lervia Sundrin. On stage, Barris feigned friendship with Morris and the group before listing out several of their failures and crimes. The crowd seemed to enjoy the lighthearted jabs between friends. We come back in as the crowd calms down from their excitement of the speech, and Ko, the Lionin head of the Ilum Council, once more returns to the stage. He stands up at the front, sort of adjusts his suit. Thank you, Barris, for those interesting words. The crowd lets out a small chuckle. Please enjoy yourselves this evening. Let the spice and liquor flow under the last light and through the long winter. At Ko's closing remarks, patrons rise from their tables and mingle about. Several held towards the dance floor as the bands begin to play. Others towards the bar to freshen up their drinks. At your table are Morris and Sherry, both in a stunned state at Barris's performance. The founders of Dry Gully, Slaydorf and Walder, are chuckling to themselves quietly. The party begins again as the hall fills with music. You find yourself sitting at this table, surrounded by balconies hanging banners of noble families. But
Do they like
What-
sponsor it? Is it like they're buying ad space?
I'm dead.
no, it seems that
Okay.
looking around, it looks like these are balconies reserved for the members of
I
important
see.
families. Like looking around,
So it's like okay.
looking at the banners, you see they're different banners.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was like they paid for a certain amount so they get a
Ad
banner.
space. Yeah, they paid for ad space.
No, they did not.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, the ball lies before you. What would you like to do?
I go to the feasting table.
All right. It is a pretty broad assortment of regularly rotated meats and cheeses.
Do they have like the whole pig?
They do
Or
not.
no?
It seems a lot of it is being sliced outside of outside of
Hi,
the
Mom.
hall.
Can I ask him to bring me a? No, just give me a plate and just fill it up.
All right, yeah, it's very much a taking at your own leisure.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
I will
buffet
s-
style.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
I'm gonna stack it with just meat.
All right, you get a pretty
Can I go next?
hefty plate. A lot of people are sort of looking over at you, just like a sort of murmuring to themselves, looking at this, 6-inch stack of just like cold cuts
Christ.
on top of the plate. Yes,
That's
Bingus.
good.
Cold cuts, no bread.
I'd like to seek out who seems to be a culinary authority and discuss technique.
Okay, make me a perception check, please.
Where are my die? It's in this
I
small
do not
pouch.
know.
I found them.
Clark, where is my die?
DM.
Let me roll real
Yeah,
quick.
where's my dice?
It's a natural
Where-
20. I'm gonna be
Natural 20. All right, so you have to have a very astute eye because there are a lot of moving figures, especially with the servants, as there are so many. But you are able to pick out one who is sort of standing in a very regal fashion, white chef's clothes, much in a very similar manner to those of the servants who are bringing out food. And he is walking down the line of food, sort of inspecting it, looking at it. He takes a small piece and tastes it. Seems content with it, nods, and continues walking down.
Do I approach him?
Do you?
Yes.
All right, you do. You approach him. Ah, good evening, sir. I hope that everything here is to your liking.
Yes, indeed. But please let me present to you with my resume, and I flash fry, some vegetables with some spices.
So you don't have your
Uh,
pan on you because that would be
oh,
considered
shit.
like a weapon.
Okay,
And this is
never
a
mind.
prestigious role.
A
So
pan is considered a
so I
weapon?
don't
His
I don't
pan,
do
at
that.
least.
His pan. Alright.
I say, I am a chef myself. I would like to discuss technique. You have a fine, decadent assortment here. I would like to learn how you serve it.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Alright, let's see here.
Persuade that man. Persuade that man.
Persuading!
That's an 11 plus whatever I have. Let me check quickly.
Sounds like he's persuaded.
Oh, 11 plus 15.
All
That's
right, 26.
That's persuasion, baby.
So
Or 26. Yeah.
he looks you up and down for a moment and then says, I am currently working at this moment, and there is much that I have to oversee. Perhaps once the evening has ended, come find me within the kitchens, and we can discuss things.
It sounds amiable. I will take notes in the meantime. I pluck something from the table and taste it.
You
Very
have a real
well,
Zack and Cody
good sir.
chocolate gravy moment.
Do enjoy yourself this evening, and I shall see you at its end. And he
Yes.
gives you a
Thank
light bow and then continues his walk down. All right.
Alright.
Bones, him guy.
Well, Bingus and Rox gone to the table, I'm gonna lean over to Morris. Has he always been a bastard, or is that like since he became irrelevant?
I'm dead. Him guy's laughing.
He's always been rather.
He's always been a
brash.
bastard.
Yes.
Call
Always
it
been a
like
bit
it is,
brash.
Morris.
He's always been a bit aggressive in our negotiations and discussions, but of course it's not to be. It is not to be expected when one attempts to enter into their business.
Absolutely right. It's not to be expected at all.
No, it is to be.
It was grossly unacceptable.
Yes, I agree. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Be angry.
Well, all's well. All's well, lads. Come,
All is well.
Sherry, let us go mingle about. Much business is to be had on the dance floor. You can see he's trying to keep a brave face. He sort of stands up from the table, and he and Sherry walk off.
Aw.
Okay.
What's Sherry's face look like?
Wish I could say it right.
Yeah, she is a.
I'm just asking for the table so I understand.
Now, what does it look like in general?
No, I'm saying like, no,
Yeah, no.
It's because my memory's bad.
Yeah,
what
no,
is
so-
Sherry's facial response to this whole conversation?
Sherry
that
looks
just happened?
rather frustrated, like very, very
Okay.
angered as she's sort of standing up. You can see a little bit of white knuckling going on.
Got it.
A little
I'm
bit
not
of
there,
white
but
knuckling.
I just generally wanted to know,
Hmm.
table wise.
Molding.
Yeah, that's a good term.
Would you describe Sherry as molding, or would you describe her as just kind of angry?
I would say she's just kind of angry. I would say molding
Mhm.
comes from some other source.
It's more upset, like crying upset, right?
Nah,
I don't think Sherry would be crying.
That's what I'm
Sherry
saying.
would be
That's why
like,
it's
I don't think Sherry probably hasn't cried in a long time, if I had to guess.
Let me
damn.
roll real quick. Sherry
Roll
has
for
never
molding.
cried.
Sherry has never cried. At least as anybody
In the presence of anyone else, yeah.
Yeah, no. You know, when she was born, she came out clean. She came out creeping. It's
Came out clean and I came out creeping.
All right. So yeah, what would you like to do? Morris and Sherry have made their way about. The two geezers are sort of just sitting next to each other, just like snickering.
I'm gonna go. Is Barris like in the room or did he leave?
Oh, Barris is in the room. He's up near the front of the stage. He's standing nearby one of his other members, and you can see some people of some political import.
Okay. Who should I? Do you have any plans, him guy? Do you have anybody
Him guy's
you're looking
like
for around here?
anxiously kind of like sitting there. He's kind of, you can see his like leg bouncing up and down. I want to find Tundo. I want to see if he shouldn't have disappeared like that.
Good idea. Let's
I'm
go.
worried
Let's
about
go
it.
look for him.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about him. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I don't. I know.
Let's
Ron's
go
like
look for
pissed
him.
at me.
Come on.
So yeah.
Okay. We're gonna
Venture.
let's like check the perimeter. Maybe Ron just like hid him in the corner.
Him in the corner. Nobody puts Tundo in the corner.
Him guys, not him guy. Fucking Bones is gonna brood in the corner.
You're not gonna brood.
All right, so you're both just going to go that
Just
way.
like circle around.
Both of you
Well, let's
make
split
me-
and look for it. Let's
Crowd.
split and look for signs.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Split up and look for clues. Yeah. All right, so
Yeah,
I'll
meet
have
me
both
at
of you-
meet me at the bar in 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, I'll have both of you make me a perception check then.
Ooh, 15 plus
Perception.
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 Whoa.
Whoa. Is a. Where's my perception? That is a 12.
All right.
15 plus sorry. Plus 7, 22.
All right. Looking around, Bones, or looking around him, guy, you do not seem to see Tundo as you're sort of scanning the crowd. You don't see him. Bones, similarly, walking around the crowd, you cannot see Tundo's face. You don't see any sort of remnants of him. I don't know if you saw. I don't think you even saw what he's wearing. But him, guy, you don't see any like scattered Tundo clothes anywhere. Either.
His clothes
You
are
don't
just
see
on
any
the
kind of
ground.
newsy
I
cap
saw
about.
I saw what he was wearing. I was there for 22
Yeah,
seconds.
you were there. No one else really saw what he was wearing. But as you're walking around Bones, you are approached by a servant. Pardon me, sir.
Hello.
A member of the council
Hello.
would like to speak with you
I'm Mr.
privately.
Prog. Oh, yeah, indeed. I'd best not keep them waiting.
Please follow me.
I'll gesture to him guy that I'm following the servant, just so
Him, guy, make me
you
a
know that
perception
if I'm
check.
not,
Yeah, I was gonna make him.
I'm gonna look for him guy basically, and
like wave me down. Okay, that was pretty good. I gotta I can't do math. 17 plus 4. Anybody? Quick math.
21.
21.
So yeah, that's fine. That's a fine.
I'm not telling
Yeah.
you to follow me. What I'm doing is signaling, just like, oh,
Yeah, no,
don't be worried if
I
I'm not there in
get it.
20 minutes. I haven't been taken by Ron.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just like it's like a subtle up nod from across the
Yeah.
room. Make eye contact. Up nod.
Okay.
All right. So, you follow the servant. You are led away from the party through a side door. Your footsteps
follow.
echo down this long, empty hallway. The noise of the party dampening.
What is the material of the floor?
Marble.
Okay.
Until you reach the door of a large chamber. The servant bows slightly to you, then turns and returns towards the party.
I'm gonna look around. How well lit is this hallway?
There are torches. Or
Do I
wait,
recognize this space?
sorry, it is candlelit.
Okay.
You know, just sort of.
Do I
candlelit on the
recognize
side.
this space from my experience before?
Make me just flat intelligence check.
Okay. 5.
You do not.
I'm gonna. It's just like a long hall with offices.
It's just a very long hall. There are a number of doors on either side, but you are brought to a large one right at the end of it.
Oh, so it's like an antechamber.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Come
Is there a door?
in.
I'll walk inside.
The door opens silently. The torchlight. God damn it! It was the other way around. It was torchlit.
No,
Sorry.
there's torches in the room and candles in the hallway.
No, there are torches in the hallway and candles in the room. I have a good descriptor for this, and I fucked it
Okay.
up. So okay.
Yay!
The door
Yay.
opens silently. The torchlight from the hall shining onto the candlelit floors of the chamber.
Hey yo.
A deep voice from the shadows speaks to you. Discretion.
Excuse me.
Discretion's our middle name.
Do you know what that word means? Discretion.
That's the better part of valor.
Good. I was wondering if there was some sort of misunderstanding. Standing up in a chair in the darkened room is Ko, the Lionen head of the Ilum Council.
Well, I'd say the other part of valor is standing up for yourself, Ko.
Very well. You seem to have a very philosophical understanding of this. But in the case that you do understand what this word means, care to explain to me why Barris knows of our previous engagement?
And I assumed he had found out from the council. From someone on the council.
Yes. Someone on the council. The only who knew of this was you and I. You see, at
Wait.
first, I had believed it was an accident.
Can I table question?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, like, it's been 2-3 weeks.
Yes.
Whatever. Did Barris specifically say something during the like roast Comedy Central roast of Morris that was like
Yeah, he said that you were escorting contraband into our great city. Of course, when it's going to the inner ring, we don't call it contraband. At that point, it's just valued artifacts.
oh.
The Bobit.
He didn't
Remember
tell
the
you?
Bobit.
He showed
Pardon?
up after the fight with the giants. He tried to take credit. Unfortunately, your designated survivor, he couldn't have.
Not that.
We were bringing
Previous
in.
The
engagement.
Bobit. The very first job we did.
Oh, when we got arrested.
Yeah.
The shipment to Godfrey. Why does he know?
That I don't know about.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we know what he knows
I don't remember.
because he caught us. He arrested us.
What do you mean he arrested us?
Didn't he interrogate us when Barris? Is that how he
He was
found
in
out?
jail for like 2 weeks.
I think this is.
DMs know.
This
No,
may have
he
been the
arrested
session I
us.
wasn't there.
He
back
arrested us
then.
because we fucking hit him. Because
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know.
That
Didn't
was
he find out after that?
No. So Barris, DMs know.
Okay.
Information when you first met Barris was given in terms of Sarah, Alex
Huh?
actually
Huh?
had
Oh.
mentioned something.
Oh.
Said, "Oh, we're delivering this package to this," and showed the sigil
Oh.
of Ko's house.
Ah.
You
Well, that's what we were told to
do not know that.
Isn't that funny,
I'm-
guys?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm quite unaware. He has eyes everywhere.
Well, at first, I believed it to be an accident, but somehow Barris found out on his own. He could have seen the crate being brought into the inner ring and put it together from there. Not much of a leap, even for Barris.
Much of a brain.
But what was surprising was when he then waltzed into Godfrey's lab and started asking him questions about his research. How exactly did he get that information? DM's note as well, because this was a very long time ago. After you fought the Beholder, Bones, you requested a meeting with
Meeting with
Godfrey.
Godfrey. Yep, I know.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You are, of course, aware of the topic of Godfrey's research.
Of course.
Am I correct? I'm gonna run an insight check.
Okay.
16 plus 2. 18.
18. Looking at him, there is just this level of stoic unknowableness to him. Though you do trust
It's
him.
very hard to read him. Okay.
Yeah, though you do trust him.
Well, it is fairly straightforward why I might be interested in the topic of this research. And we sort of took care of a job for Barris last time we were here, or 2 times we were here ago, I guess, technically, right? We took care of a job for Barris several months ago, and I requested a meeting with Godfrey, although I didn't know the specifics of anything before the meeting. So all that Barris knows is that I was talking to him, at least that I would know.
Yes, well, that seems to be enough. Barris is an idiot. We agree on that, but he isn't a fool, and that is something you need to learn. You have given someone who wishes you nothing but misery something very, very powerful. Information. You have also disobeyed my orders and left me to clean up your mess. Your foray into the political machine of Ilum has been rather misguided.
I wouldn't deny that. I don't care for politics.
Best you remain out of them then.
It's unclear to me what's politics and what isn't around here.
It all is. It always has been. One final question. Did you
Yes.
look in the crate?
Yes.
Thank you for your honesty. If you are lucky, we will never speak again. Please leave, and enjoy the party.
Yeah.
I've got a question
Pop-
for you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, did him I fall?
No, him guy did not follow.
No, Papa, I wanted to say that so early, but there was no room for me to be like, hey, can I follow this waitress?
Too bad.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, my bad. All right, he doesn't respond. He's just sort of sitting there. Are you going to?
If we're never to see each other again, what is? I don't know how I should phrase this. How'd you get good at this?
Blood. I was born with it.
Ouch.
You cannot change blood.
What if you don't have it?
Do me a favor. Don't go and tell anyone else anything of our discreet business. Have I made myself clear?
It was not.
Very well. Oh, one final question on that matter. There was a member of your group, two of them, actually, who were with you when you first made this delivery. According, if what Barris says is true, one is deceased. Is that correct?
Yes. Or as far as I was informed by the rest of my party, we were separated. He was killed rather recently.
I am sorry for your loss. And the other, in Wilkinson?
Yes. Retired.
Arranged to be married.
Understood.
I'm not going to say that.
Very well. Enjoy the party.
You should also know, if you hear anything stirring underground, be careful. We were in the Underdark. I'll move closer just so really nobody overhears this unless this room is magically bugged.
So as you start to move forwards, you hear the sound of armor moving from the shadows.
I'm going to hold
So-
my hands up. I've got to whisper. This is important.
Anything you can say to me, you can say out loud.
Lower my hands. We had a recent, I should say, misadventure in the Underdark that you're aware of. I think the Drow are serious about the prospect of an invasion. I don't think they could manage it, but I think they could hurt a lot of people. I think you should be ready.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
I'm gonna inspiration reroll this.
All right.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Let's go.
That's what the inspiration's for.
All right. No, the inspiration is for using David
First roll was a
time.
6.
David
Alright.
time.
He looks at you. I shall take that to consideration. Thank you for the information. Where would they?
I hope.
Where is it located?
Man, I mean, we traveled for. How long did we travel under there between the escape
Like a
and
week.
getting to Finland?
It was about 2-ish weeks.
It took 2 weeks of travel in the Underdark to get out in Finland. They have a very large city underground. They recently won a war with the Illithids. And they are clearly preparing for some kind of invasion. I slew one of their princes He speaks to me now in death. I don't know how prepared they are, but I know how much they want this.
A drow prince. How interesting. I shall look into this myself. Thank you for this information. There is much that is to be known.
One of your subordinates find me if you need any specifics.
Yes, they shall.
Very well. I'll nod and bow and walk out of the room.
All right. As your footsteps echo and the music in the hall becomes louder within your ears, we shall flip over to Himguy. Himguy, the 20 minutes has passed, but you already know that Bones is not there. And in your searching, you were unable to find anything relating to Tundo. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll just start searching like the hallways around like the party, I guess. Or I'll go out, like I'll just wait for Bones essentially.
Okay.
While kind of like fussing about. I'll like try to see where he pops out of, what corridor or something like that.
Okay, yeah. You find that a lot of the doors are either
Life has many
locked,
doors,
or
Himguy.
the doors are either a lot of the side doors are either locked, or you open them up and there's so sort of three things happen as you're looking
Oh,
around
I'm not
doors.
trying to like open doors.
Oh, you're not trying to open doors?
No, I'm like walking around the corridor to see where he's gonna pop out of, kind of just like
Okay. I
I'm
mean, it's like a
walking
big
around.
hall. There isn't really like a corridor. Regardless.
like I'm assuming I've walked out of the
Sort of
hall,
left through like a service
I mean,
exit, you
there
know?
isn't
Like you see in
really-
a restaurant.
Well, that's the thing. As you are going in, sort of, if you are looking for any doors to leave the hall, save for the like main one that just goes out into the cold, would be either A, the door is locked. B, you open the door and you strike that. There are 4 options now. My apologies.
I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back.
So the options are either A, it is a locked door. B, it is a bathroom. C, you open it up and you see that there are servants inside working, and they say, "Oh no, sorry, this area is not for you. We are just working back here." And then finally, there are a couple doors that you open up and you look inside. And
Do
you
they have
see-
any extra cake pops?
You look inside some of the other doors and find guards, but not district guards. No, they aren't wearing the armor. They seem to be local guards. I mean, how many doors do you want to open?
There's a few. I'll open enough to like get the gist of where you're going at. How many doors do I have to open?
Okay, so I rolled a d4, so I would say you opened up just one door, and you looked inside and you saw that is a guard. That is some sort of local town guard or something, because they are just wearing like a sigil. They're wearing a sigil on their armor depicting that of the banner, which is dangling above the balcony. And it's clear that they are not district guard, and they're just sort of hanging around. They look to you. "Oh, you then? Do you have business?" You just sort of close the door, as it is not what you were looking for. But
I guess no, I'll go. Anybody got a split? No?
what?
Cliff?
And then I will close the door.
The fuck is a slip?
A
spliff?
Yeah.
Oh, a
It's a
split.
cigarette,
Okay.
half marijuana.
I know what. I know what a split is. Okay. So
Anybody got a
yeah,
split?
after so
I'm,
you, if
I'm
you just
probably
wanna,
back by now.
yeah, if you want to wait the timeout, Bones comes back.
Okay. Like, everything okay?
And I think at
Yeah.
this point, I think everybody has sort of conglomerated back around. Rock's done with the food.
Oh, I
Dingus.
had
Coming
a
back.
thing I was gonna do.
Oh, do you have a
Yeah,
thing you want to
yeah,
do
yeah, thing.
beforehand?
Way to take away
Yeah.
the character's agency.
Oh my! But here we fucking go again. Is there anything that Rox wants to do before?
Yeah,
Okay.
like as I'm holding my plate in like one hand, and I'm trying to draw like a group of people around me, and I'm telling the story of my battle against the storm giants and how I defeated them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm acting like I'm talking about how like epic
Fucking
the battle
America.
was, Is how I grew 30 feet tall and I was destroying them in combat.
Make me a
Barris
performance
showed up
check,
late.
please.
Performance.
Yes.
All right. 19.
Look,
Okay, yeah, you were able to get a somewhat decent. It's not much of a crowd. It's more of just a like talking circle, and you're
Yeah.
the one talking, and surrounding you are just sort of a lot of older looking people, just sort of like, oh, how quaint! You're truly one of the mightiest heroes
good
in
show.
the world. Good show. Yes.
You're on a good show. As I'm talking, I use like my sharp nails and I pick the food, the slices of meat, and I put it in my mouth as I'm talking.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't really liking that.
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
have
I
to
walk.
walk around with, like,
I'll conglomerate back to the party.
Can go on back to the party. All right, Bingus, what have you been up to?
Tasting some foods.
He's trying the
All
local
right.
delicacies.
Tasting the foods. All right, everyone sort of congloms a little bit back around.
Would you say it's a group tactics?
I would say it's a bit of clump, and also that would
Clump,
be pack
there we go.
tactics.
Pack tactics.
That would be
thank you.
pack
Thank you,
tactics,
Clark.
which you do not have.
Pack tactics.
You are not
Fuck.
kobolds.
No, actually,
Where's
I think
Krantz
Kobold's
when
got
you
to
need him?
take that. Kobold's got that
Krantz?
taken away from them.
France is probably playing Raid Ball.
Yeah.
That's true.
Probably a night game.
Oh god, why isn't Kranz in the fucking? Shut up. All right. Fucking.
The
Shut
company
up.
men are here.
Other
Everyone
characters
clap.
should be
Oh,
asking,
shit,
"Where's Krantz?"
Yeah.
All right,
When
Time
Kranz
for the
isn't on
performance.
screen.
time for the performance. Oh, it's the company men. They're here to perform for us.
They're here to do flips and tricks.
All right, so you are all.
This town probably doesn't have a very good relationship with Meats Well Done, if I had to guess.
Krantz?
This town.
Oh.
I don't know. Ask them.
No.
You there, stranger!
Holbeck.
What are your relationships with Holbeck?
What's up?
Okay.
Anyways, conglomed. We've clumped.
We've
if you will.
conglomed. I still have my plate
Where
of meat
y'all,
in
like,
my hand, and I'm picking at
Bump
it.
it up on
and
each other.
I'm gonna try to steal a piece of your meat.
I slap your hand.
Make a sleight of hand and make a perception. Or I would say this would be passive. These are
Yeah, sleight of hand
tactics you're
against
gonna be using.
passive.
So yeah,
Oh,
sleight of
well,
hand
him
is
guy's gonna
passive.
get it.
Well, we don't know him guy. Make the roll.
I'll make the roll. I keep closing out of my sheet though. Hold on.
Don't do that.
I'll do it again.
guy has-
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Him guy's gonna roll like a 30.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a 29.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
that
were able
beats
to
my
very
16.
easily slip a little piece off.
Even if I rolled normal, yeah, no, I would. There's no way I would have gotten that.
If I got a nat 1, I would have lost. But yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, it's
Mm,
just a cold piece of meat. That's all it is.
that's fine. I'm
There's
a
no
little
salt.
hungry. That's
I didn't
fine.
ask for salt.
What if it's like pastrami? It's cured meat, you know? little strom.
Anyways.
It's for Festivus. That's not for Last Light.
Yeah, anyways, you guys are. Oh,
Well,
bye
Oh,
now.
Nick died.
Rennick.
Bye, Nick.
Bye now.
Is he gonna come
That was
back?
the most
He'll probably
violent
come back.
moment
His
of-
internet probably just died.
Okay.
Anyway, as you guys are sort of conglomerating around, you see that Lurvaya is like sort of slowly making her way over towards the team.
Uh-oh.
Is that the soldier or is that the lady who's our friend?
Lurvaya
That's
is your friend. Lurvaya Sundren, member of the council.
Right.
Hello, Leviathan Sundred, member of the council.
Mhm. She,
Because I live and breathe. That's
Gee.
Lurvia Sundred, member of the council.
anyways, she sort of walks up to you. I can't tell you how sorry and furious I am. Barris was out of line.
As usual, we're used to it.
Well,
I don't like him.
It simply will not stand. I will have a talk with Ko about this. It will not go unpunished. Be sure of that.
We appreciate that.
I'm not. I don't care so much what he said about us. I care what he said about Morris.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't have said any of it, frankly. It's,
He spent his whole career punching down. It's not surprising.
well, I wouldn't say that, but regardless, it is not an acceptable thing to do. I
Yes.
shall.
Yeah, you know,
But,
is there a way,
uh,
like, what are the mechanisms by which someone like that can even be chastised?
I shall speak with Ko upon it. Ko is his most prominent
Speaker.
backer, as it were, in a similar way as a supporter, in a similar way that I hope to eventually be, or hope to be for you. But I will speak to him of this. This is,
Good to have an advocate.
of course. Well, I must be going. I am being flagged down, but oh, God, poor gosh.
Where's
Yes,
Horgash
yes.
again? I remember the name.
You do not
What
know
is
of a Horgat. I guess so. I would say, like, if you have proficiency with history or are him
I don't.
guy, you can make a
Yeah.
history check.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah, because him guy is from Ilum.
Team guy.
I know nothing of these people.
Yeah, no, Nick, I thought that now.
15 do anything?
15? Okay, I would say you recognize him in some sort of military authority, which is
It's been a
kind
while.
of strange because Ilum doesn't really have a military.
Yeah.
Is he like a unitary guy?
No.
But I wouldn't be
You
able to ask
have
that.
no
since-
idea. If you want to make a perception check to see who's flagging down Lurvia, you may.
I would like to do that.
I'll just-
All right.
I'll give her a little salute.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna let me roll a perception?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, slut. Okay. Ta-da! That is a. Where's my perception? 18 plus 4. 20 something.
Okay, you're able to point out that the person that she is sort of walking towards now is an orc, who is the only person dressed in full plate armor.
Interesting.
Is he like doing one of those like North Korean general things where he just like wears the fucking uniform everywhere?
I guess I can be like, I've really never. This is something I've never seen before, like insight. What?
I mean, no, you don't really play with the upper crust.
No, yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah,
Is this
you-
something I like? I've never heard
Only looks
about
important.
throughout the, like.
Well, that was the
lore,
history
things
check.
like that. Oh.
That was what
I
you.
remembered.
That was what you signed. You lose.
That was
Good
what I
day,
lose.
sir.
Good day.
Yeah, so you aren't able to pick out much from that.
I just know that.
Well, he
Ilum
looks
doesn't have a
important.
military.
You better go talk to him.
Who?
I'm talking to Lurvia on the shore he left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, I shall be here for, well, until it ends, and I hope you shall remain, and do not let Barris's sharp tongue spoil your good time. You have earned this. Never forget that. You have earned this. And she goes and walks away.
What do you think she wants?
What everybody in this fucking town wants? Power.
Money? Power.
No,
You get much
the
power
words
from
are
helping
equated.
us, though.
They say time is money, and money is
we-
power.
We're like a little trophy, just like Barris, except
Except hotter and
entirely
more
assholes.
fun.
I'm a big trophy.
Yes.
Right?
big trophy. I'm gonna pat him on the back and go, yes, big trophy.
I'm a big trophy. Then I flex.
Yes.
This is a character with no insecurities at all.
Ever. No. Rox has never felt ashamed in his life ever.
Never, never.
Never. Never and ever. Forever.
Right, alright.
He doesn't know social norms, so he fears nothing.
He
I'm
fears
gonna look
nothing.
around. Well,
Is there a garden or like an outside I can walk to like
decompress.
decompress?
I
You
want
can
to
just
talk to
like
more random
you can just
people.
like walk outside. There isn't really like I mean it is the
Okay.
last light.
Is there gonna be like a carnival out there? Or?
Fireworks?
Yeah, no. Well, what you saw walking in was there was a lot of
Like
there were
market
some
stalls and stuff.
there were some bands and musicians. I mean, not really market stalls. You guys are in the inner ring available.
Right,
Yeah.
There's
right.
no common
No, there's
commerce
not like
here.
what I mean is there's not like a pop-up market or anything like that.
It's
No,
not like a
there's
carnival.
like they have drinks outside and like some
Mhm.
bands who are playing there and some like fire breathers or some shit. You know, like it's one of those things where it's like you have entertainment
Something
outside.
you would see in Marine.
Yeah,
It's like,
something very similar to like a marine festival.
It's like
you know?
pre-French Revolution, like aristocrat parties.
Anyways, you guys gonna
A
go
lot of
stand by the
attached
band.
heads around here. Nice.
I'm gonna go socialize with more people.
Take Bingus.
Where's Bingus? And I
Rock,
look, he's gone.
Bingus is just sort of standing next to you. He's just like you look over and you see that Bingus has also been stealing pieces of meat from your tray.
And cheese.
I'm just gonna put the plate down on the table for the party, I guess. And I walk
Hey.
away.
Oh,
No.
thank you very
I'm
much. Oh, about time you fucking
Let's
gave us
go.
something.
Oh, the old man.
It's just slices of meat. There's no utensils or anything. Just slices of meat.
I mean, they have utensils. Everybody
Yeah, I
has
know,
a fork.
What's a fork?
What do you mean, what's a fork?
Motherfucker, I've been picking out with my claws.
Yeah, but you've seen Bingus cook.
And I just unhinge my massive
Regardless.
claw and I throw the food in.
Fucking regardless. So, him guy, you're gonna go outside for a little bit. Rocks, you're
Yeah.
heading over to the
Social circle.
social.
Social
You're gonna go
circles, yeah.
socialize. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
you,
look to see if there are any other Warforged in here.
okay.
So after everybody else does it.
All right. Yeah. So we'll just start with him guy, I guess. Him guy. You go outside. You see, there's not a whole lot of people out here. The bands are still playing, and there are some people coming out to see like the spectacles that would not be taking place inside, and just and a couple others just like huddling around these large fire braziers, just enjoying a nice warm drink with their friends.
Is the band like bumping or is it like smooth jazz?
It's sort of more calm. It's a
Calm.
little faster.
Percentile die for genre.
Yeah, it's a little faster. It seems to be a little faster inside. Like this is sort of an area to, for a lack of a better term, chill out.
Chill acts, if you will.
No, chill out. There's no axes here. There's no
Damn it.
weapons at this
All right.
function.
You guys gonna chill out next to the band. And just kind of like listen in, perhaps mayhaps with a drink in hand.
Okay. The period of time passes. It just seems, people are coming and going. Is there anything specific you'd like to do for this, or you just want to like spend some time to sort of
I
thank him?
think, yeah, Himgar's just gonna spend some time thanking for a second. He's a little frazzle dazzled, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Music will help him get his wits about,
All right.
bring him back to his roots.
All right. So, Rox, you and Bingus are out in the thing.
Oh, can
I
I roll
wanna-
not to spiral?
Yeah, as I'm
you can always
as
roll
I'm
not to
talking
spiral.
about our exploits of fighting the storm giants, I'll be asking some questions about people who also have encountered storm giants themselves or have heard anything about storm giants as of recently.
Okay.
Just
make me
common chatter.
Yeah, make me a persuasion check, please. Just sort of like as a personability thing.
That is a 17.
17. Okay. So as you're sort of making your way around, chatting, most people, not really. It seems for the most part, this isn't exactly a story that sort of riles back up. One person very confidently is like, "Oh yes, I actually know a wonderful story of a storm giant," and basically tells like a very standard folk tale about a storm giant. Where the lesson is like believing in yourself.
Nice.
Amen.
Yes, that's the only thing I know. That's the storm giants. Very noble sort they are.
I live with storm giants.
Oh, that must be so exciting for you. You must learn many lessons.
Oh, I show him my entire arm. These are my lessons.
Oh, an artist. I see. Very interesting. Oh, come, Clarence. Let's go away and speak elsewhere.
No one wants to talk to the barbaric lizard.
Yeah, for the most part, it doesn't seem
Because
that
you're
anyone...
antisocial actively.
Yeah, the only person, like, very lightly is like, wasn't that crazed? Yes, the crazed prophet who made his way into the second ring. Yes, he was going on and on about the storm to come and this dark cloud. It's
Where can I find this man?
what, the crazed lunatic?
Yes.
Hell if I know.
You said second ring?
Well, yes, that was months ago.
Hmm.
He was a crazy lunatic. He was running around this stark nude.
Classic second ring.
Thank you for the
Classic
information.
second ring.
Of course, I hope you find find this person or something, whatever it is you wanted.
Yes, and I turn and I walk away.
Bingus
Where's
Bingus pauses for a minute, looks over to Rox, says, yes, and then follows you.
Where's Barris's table?
Barris isn't really sticking at a table. He's sort of
He's
wandering
doing
around.
crowd work.
He's doing crowd work. Every time you see him, people are just fucking eating it up.
I want to shadow him for a minute.
That's
Let the
gonna
big
go
lizard
great.
shadow him.
I want to learn how to be like.
Okay,
want
make
to-
me a stealth check, I guess.
So much better if you had
18.
dexterity needs.
Okay.
I got an 18 at least. That was fucking lucky as shit. But he'll probably notice me.
I mean, how close are you shadowing him?
I want to like at least
You like
like
squeezing his little buttons?
no.
Yeah, giving those things a
I'm
little,
just
little
like
squeeze.
if he's like talking to a group of people, I want to stand next to the group that's next to him. Like I just want to listen in on what he's saying.
Oh, so you want to listen in on what he is saying?
Yes. I'm not like on his ass, but like I'm like a group next over to him, just like listening.
All right.
Pretending to listen to the one group.
Okay, yeah. So as you're sort of sitting there and talking for a little bit, he you catch some of the words he's saying. He's just doing something honestly very similar to what you were just doing, which is talking of previous adventures, talking about killing this big demon pig and the bone, these strange demon creatures who have been suddenly showing up around the Garden District. He's been deployed out to go and seek them down, and he might have to go to the hells himself if they don't start coming. And he says, "Hey, guy, how you doing? How you enjoying it?"
How you doing?
Oh shit.
I'm doing pretty good. Meat's tasty.
Yeah, it's good to have. You should eat, drink your fill. This is, the closest you'll ever get to the high life.
The highest life I've ever had is thousands of feet in a flying castle. Giants.
Yes.
Oh.
This is so good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
good talking to you. Hey, just have a nice trip up north, especially Bones. Make sure he has a good trip, I think he needs it.
We all need good trips every once in a while.
You can say that again, bud. Ha! Because he slaps you on the arm.
Yeah, and I'll slap him in the back.
All right. You hit him. Got quite an arm on you there, bud.
You should see how far I can throw
Yeah, I
someone.
played in college.
Oh,
I played in
you're
a raid ball team.
Played on the whole team.
I played in a raid ball team.
Hell, well, hey, if there's ever a tournament in Elm, I honestly hope to see you there.
And I like that Barris is just a fucking rainbow dick.
I wouldn't mind seeing you on the field too.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I spend plenty of my time in a field. You know, when I'm not otherwise engaged. I'm talking about sex. I fuck a lot.
You a prostitute on the side?
Well, the way they keep coming back for more, it's almost like I'm being paid.
Well, from seeing how you fight, you might as well keep the fucking.
Jesus Christ!
I don't think you've ever actually seen me fight, bud.
You should have said I don't think you've ever actually seen me fuck.
Yeah, so good. So good.
This really is a sexually charged encounter.
You guys gonna go fuck in the next room or something? Jesus Christ.
It's getting heated in here.
Oh, Ross is gonna get himself into
You haven't
a
seen me fight either,
situation.
then.
Bing is
Ow.
just going like, woo! This whole
Yeah, Bingus
conversation.
is just inhaling cold cuts right now. Well,
There's
You haven't
like
seen
No.
me fight either, pal.
yeah, I mean, you seem like you're a big, strong guy. You know, it's good. I love tournaments. I did a tournament against Bones and him guy, some marriage tournament a while ago. Yeah, that was fun stuff.
Oh, that's none.
Yeah.
Did you win?
No, I didn't. It's a shame. There's
Oh.
I personally think there's a little bit of, something going on. But it's
Well, a
all's
loss is
fair.
a loss. Hopefully you win the next one.
Hey man, all's fair in love and war. Am I right?
Shut
Let's
the fuck
go!
up, Mark. Maybe next
Yeah,
time
well,
I see
about
you,
that
we
field.
can. We can have a
Barris
spar.
moment.
We can have a spar sometime in the future.
Huh, maybe that'd certainly be interesting. But I don't see why we have to fight. Personally, I think we could be friends of sorts. There's no bad blood between us, is there?
No. No.
No.
I
Hey.
barely know you, to be honest.
And I have no fucking idea who you are. So
Let's go!
let's
Let's keep it that way.
Exactly. Let's keep it that way, huh? See
I'll
ya.
put my hand out for a handshake.
He goes and shakes your hand.
Just
I, won't-
Barris's
I will
handshake.
not. I will not attempt to crush his hand.
A wise decision. Barris's handshake
What if this is just his Echo
firm.
Fighter you're hanging out with the whole time?
Hmm?
This is just his Echo Fighter you're hanging out with the whole time. Your hand passes through his hand. He got you.
Got his head. Barris is on the other side of the room, just like fucking
He's
laughing.
talking to people.
Yeah, no. But he goes. He sort of you get a good solid handshake, and he said, "Oh, you come here," and he goes and starts talking to someone else.
I make direct eye contact, and he goes, "You." Nothing. Never mind.
I guess I'll continue to mingle as everyone else does their thing.
Okay. And then Bones, we will get to yours in one moment. I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your
But
mic.
this piss break brings us to our sponsor today. Nobody. So if someone wants to sponsor us, let us know at our email.
Let us know in our email. What is it, Clark?
I think it's at.
Tracker-
I think it's.
I have it.
No.
I get special access. Haha.
What?
Message us on Twitter.
Message us on Twitter. If you have any
Our
questions,
link is below.
email us at thecrackerbarrelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks.
Follow me on Twitter. Me
Follow us,
specifically, no one else.
follow us on Instagram. the
Follow us
Cracker
on all
Barrel
social
Podcast.
media platforms, including
No, we will not
including
be having that.
Minitel.
Find me on
Follow us
Toontown.
on
Join my Toontown
Verbo.
guild.
Find us on Google
Be
Plus.
real. Find us on Be Real. It's
Find
just
us on the
me
Google
sitting in my
Play
desk.
Store.
Find us on Kick.
We will actually be
Which-
hosting
which one?
We will be hosting a Cracker Barrel podcast fan meetup at the Four Seasons
go.
flooring parking lot
Yeah.
At PAX.
at PAX. Anyways,
Mhm.
Eddie, So,
Yeah.
you take a moment to look around, to sort of wandering through this crowd, and you do not see any other Warforged.
Hmm.
The closest thing that you had seen was when you were entering, seeing sort of these big, towering, like, machines. Something that you recognize. You had seen them previously near the teleporter.
Yeah.
These very large, like golem creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a creature? Is it
Hmm.
man-made?
You do not
Does it
know.
look like it's the same style as me?
It does not. No, not in the slightest.
Okay. Good to know. What does Bones want to do here? Have I gotten anywhere in the crowd looking around for people, or how far did I get from the group?
I'll say you're somewhat. You're from the group. I mean, the group is scattered. Rox is up front. I would say at this point you're probably like close to the bar.
Hmm.
Yeah, looking down the bar, you see you see one of the members of FCC, just sort of sitting there drinking again, sitting,
Is that the
being the
one
only
who was
person
there
who's
before
sitting.
drinking?
The one who was there before, yeah. So you see
Oh.
her, and you also see another person who, make me an intelligence check.
What?
Yeah, flat intelligence.
2.
All right, you do not recognize him. He is this ugly-looking motherfucker. This very like ugly-looking orc. Sort of this very like gray, cracking skin. He's not wearing shoes, but based on
Right.
the clothes that he is wearing, seems that he is a district guard, and those standing near him are also.
Walk over to the group of guards.
They're sort of sitting there just chatting. You there?
Yes.
I recognize you.
Oh.
Yeah. I threw you in a cell for a week.
Oh,
A
shit.
long time ago. Last year or so more.
Is that you?
Look at you
Oh, it's been a
now.
while.
Look at you now. Rising up to the top. Oh, fuck.
You know, I guess a shift in there changes a man.
Well, I'm very glad that you found your way out of there and into the good graces of the people of Ilum. Archie! He goes and he sort of turns around really fast. He smashes a glass, sort of falls from the table and smashes down. Another one! Yeah.
Did he just like grunt, or did he say here?
Huh? He said
What
here.
noise did he make after? Okay.
He turned, he knocked a glass. Another. Here. Barkeep sort of like goes, brings down another glass. Drinks up. Look at you. Huh? You're the original one. The original good old Ilum guard.
Untold.
Yeah.
I remember it personally.
Oh, that's a
Probably better
shame.
that way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh, M guy. Oh, I better go.
Hey, there's nothing
friend of
wrong
mine.
with and he goes, he's going, yeah. Fuck him. Amnesiac.
This guy hates amnesiacs. I'm gonna walk over to him guy. I feel bad right now.
Alright, yeah, you leave the.
I was reminded that I did the Holocaust
Yeah.
by a guy who likes that,
Yep.
which appears to be the modal political opinion here.
All right, you go. You find him, guy, sort of sitting outside, quietly next to a band.
Sit down next to him, guy.
How you feeling?
Not great.
Oh,
You know, I just, you know, a lot of the people here are,
they are upper.
they're up on my old exploits, if you know what I'm talking about.
Welcome to Ilum.
I mean, fucking yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what's this
Uh,
band like?
It was great. I miss this. You know,
Guess
music.
we didn't get to listen to a lot of music, do we?
Not really. A lot of screaming, a lot of crying. Yeah,
Never really got the difference.
yeah. How's
What's the
how's
difference
everybody
between
else?
good and bad music?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Mm, I guess that all depends on perspective.
What's your
If,
perspective?
this is good music.
Okay, why?
Why?
Yeah, what's good about it?
Mm, it makes me feel a certain way. In a happy way, I guess you could say. Bad music doesn't make you feel anything. It's just,
Mhm.
you know. I guess there's a difference between music that's gonna, provide some sort of result versus something that's just for show. Because anybody can play anything, and I guess at the end of the day, it's all about how it makes you feel inside. That's why it's subjective. That makes sense? This sounds like a really layman's way of explaining music. This sounds like I'm mansplaining music. Am I mansplaining music? I'll stop.
You could mansplain music.
Alright.
Let's make it a little sense. Just gonna sit there and listen for a bit.
As you are listening in, you sit and listen as the bard begins the song, quickly just sort of strumming their lutes, and you hear them cry out, "Come gather round, children, it's high time we learn of a hero named Canis and a villain named Swell." And they go on to tell the story of a rebellion, of one heroic.
They have the plant, but we have the power.
A very of a heroic revolutionary who rose up against a tyrannical king, and though he was captured and executed, he was brought back once more to fight against him. Him guy, you can make me. Let's say him guy can make me a history check if you would like to.
Oh, him guys history checks. I like these. Bing.
That is the only
Nah.
person here who has a history.
Yeah.
In Ilum, at
I don't-
least, yeah.
Literally.
Everyone else
wait
is like,
till-
I am a strange creature, or
and then
my
I
yeah,
love
character
being
design is that I
strange
don't remember
creature.
anything.
My first
My-
character. This is my third character, and he is strange creature. Actually, fourth
Yeah.
character. Fourth creature.
All right, him
Fourth
guy, what do you
character is
got?
strange.
um,
I'm
I
glad
got
you're not playing a
a
variant human.
24.
24. All right, you recognize this story actually quite well as a
Hey, I
Craster,
went to bard school.
as a tale from the famous author Craster, known as The Secret Rebellion, a selection of journal entries from the King of Ashes.
Hey, I remember this. This is from the King of Ashes.
King of Ashes?
Yeah, it's a journal of sorts. Just listen, and you'll listen to the story. First semester of Bard College was the interpretation of literature into lyrical prose.
Would not have done well at Bard College. You're a smart guy, hip guy.
Uh, I don't know. I make a lot of dumb decisions.
Doesn't mean you're a smart guy.
Mm.
Sometimes the smartest guys make the dumbest decisions.
Yeah, well, I must be a fucking genius.
Fucking Mensa him guy.
It's alright. I'm just,
I'll
I guess,
just clap you on the shoulder and listen to the song.
yeah.
What's it like? That's just basically the general thrust that I get. It's not like a specific moment in history. It's like a
Him guy, you would recognize that this is famously a actually with a 25 in history. I would say that you recognize that this is a fictional tale, though some believe it to be based upon true events.
be based.
Yeah.
Although some believe it to be based.
Some believe it. Some do believe it to be based, but some believe it to be based upon true events.
Yeah. I'll tell Bones, I'll be like, yeah,
Oh.
it's not entirely, or thought not to be entirely false.
What point in history does it refer to?
DM check.
You would
What point?
recognize that this is a very old story from a period that's,
Pre-unitary?
you would say that it is a old, or so you know that Craster's writings exist mostly within the period of the turn of the eras.
Turn of
So
the eras.
interunitary?
Turn of the eras, so in between the fall of the Unitary, in between era 2 and 3.
Okay.
So in between
this
the
is-
fall, basically around the time of the fall of the Unitary, though it seems to make reference to things that are significantly older and significantly newer from Craster's works. He's a very mysterious writer. Not much is known of him.
A lot of people said it was, in between eras, if you will. But it seemed to kind of muddle the lines of history. Not quite sure.
It's kind of patterned.
He's the original author was kind of not a nut per se, but mysterious. One of the
Be able to find these books?
probably visit a public library, but I don't know. I could see if I've got my old textbooks.
You probably well, maybe.
Go check out my old frat. Him guy
That was in a frat.
Yeah, him guy was in a frat.
Dude.
Free housing. It's not free, but it's housing.
All right, so as you sit back and enjoy the music and begin to speak upon potentially fictional history, and Rox and Bingus have their little interactions with Barris and, just
Does
Barris.
disaster strike?
Is there anything else you guys would like to do for the ball? The time, the midnight moon is nearing its peak. So if there's anything else you would like to do, you may.
I would just
I'll
talk and
try.
everything until like I see those.
There's
two
still
again,
no
and I'll
sign
meet
of
up
fucking
with them.
Tundo anywhere, is there?
There is not.
No.
No.
Where do you think Ron took Tundo?
I'll eventually go find him, I guess.
I don't know if Tundo has it is old as fuck. I guess he's gonna have information Ron might want.
What's
I thought he
information?
was semi harmless, but I pissed him off a little too much.
Ron?
I think. Ron?
He just killed
Yeah.
an old woman.
What are you guys talking
He
about?
didn't. He didn't. Ah.
What's up, Rox?
I talked to Barris.
Yes.
And how did it go?
What was he like?
Nicer to me than he is probably with you guys.
Yeah, I think he doesn't like us very much.
Hmm.
No.
You know,
We kept trying to one up each other.
Mm.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
He's trying to compensate for something.
Mm. I think he's a whore.
Oh,
Oh,
He said
you
he
shouldn't use
used
that word. You
yeah,
shouldn't
yeah,
use that
no,
word for people, Rocks.
not here. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Although
He,
people gotta do
he
what they
likes
gotta do.
he likes the moonlight as a prostitute when he's not adventuring.
Oh, huh.
Oh.
So if you
Didn't
use
know
that
Barris was based.
use that information as you see fit.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I heard there was a crazed man in the second circle yelling about storm giant related things.
Think it has to do with the new king that the Storm Giants we took out were talking about?
I hope so. I
Do you
want
know
to know.
anything
What?
about the new king? Yeah, what do you know about storm giants?
We
Has
follow
anybody-
we follow the king. These men follow something far different. My father
Different?
went to go find them, and I'm going to go find him.
Oh,
That is my quest.
your main quests slash side quests.
Yes.
You know where he went?
Nope. He said he went to go investigate this maddening that's been happening to them.
How long ago was that?
Couple months, give or take.
Mhm.
It's hard to track storm giants sometimes.
Can you imagine? Well, we certainly hope you find him.
We hope you find your dad.
If he perishes, he's
Seen a
had a
4'2"
good
guy
life.
with a purple beard?
No, he's like a 25-foot tall storm giant.
Your father?
Yes.
Are you
Why are
part
you-
Storm Giant?
No. I am foundling.
Oh, I see.
You're like me, but reverse.
Yes. I see many of your kind on the castle.
Yeah. I'll have to go one day. They'll have stunning locks like I do.
No.
Oh.
Mostly all bald.
Bald?
Bald.
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 No hair.
No hair.
Nothing. Not
No.
even
No.
nothing.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't realize my kind was also based.
Extremely.
What's hair like?
Hmm?
What's hair like?
Hair like? I don't know. I have scales.
I know, I'm asking him, guy.
No, hair? I mean, you can touch it. It's hair.
I know how it
Okay.
feels.
Yeah, well, it's just, you gotta brush it, you gotta take care of it. It's like an extra limb that, doesn't feel
It
like
doesn't do
hair.
anything.
Yes, yes.
like
Cover
a-
his body. Keeps body warm.
You
It's like
you
my
can style
it's like
it.
my tail.
Gets in food occasionally, but it is easy. You pick it out.
It is nice. It's nice. Yeah, I can here, let me just watch. I'll take it out of my bun and it'll
a
kind
man
of
Like
bun?
a
fall
is
out.
it like
Yeah.
a fin situation where it's like 50 feet long?
It's like mid back. It's what's his name? He's like Aquaman.
Jason
Jason
Momoa?
Moore.
Fucking Jason.
Namor has short hair. What do you
Momoa.
mean?
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, I think, is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, Jason Momoa is like him, guys. If you mix Keanu Reeves with just the wave curl pattern of Jason Momoa, that's what his physical appearance looks like. But
Gotcha.
super buff.
Super buff.
Super buff. I cannot stress this enough. Anyways, it'll kind of fall out, curl, wave. Yeah, and you can straighten it. It's kind of it's like artistic expression sometimes,
Nice.
My
When are
mom
we
used to
leaving?
braid my hair a lot.
When are we leaving for North?
Probably as
2
soon as we
days.
can.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have
will
business tomorrow, but we
investigate-
can leave the next day.
I want to investigate Madman.
Yeah, I gotta.
Well, tomorrow would be a great time to do that.
Yeah.
Mm, Thank you.
For what?
Letting me investigate.
Well, yeah, we got time.
Yeah, just report back by tomorrow evening.
Okay. I'll just sit down next to you guys.
Yeah, listen to the band. What do you think of music?
Mm. We usually just use drums
Drums.
and sing.
Yeah.
I'm not a singer.
No.
No.
You could sing. I think you could sing.
I proceed to like open my mouth and I do like
I'm gonna
like
close
whatever a
it.
crocodile sound makes.
I'm gonna close. I'm gonna like close it slightly with my hands. I'm gonna go up. No, not here. Not here. But we could do. We can. That's how we can spend our time on our travels north.
Mm. Ugh.
Wish I had my bass to join in on here. Do they have a bass? What's playing? Who's playing the
They
band
do
right
not
now?
have a bass. It is mostly loops.
They could use a real thumping, a real good groove.
What'd you say, Clark, about it being close to midnight? What specifically happens at midnight?
I mean, it's just getting late. You start to
Oh,
see
it's
as you're
getting late.
outside, people are starting to make their way home. You see a lot of people sort of donning their furs and making their way back towards the second ring.
Where are we sleeping tonight?
We're at the
Mhm.
house. Remember
Yeah, love.
what's her
What
name?
house?
Enjoy.
Lurvine.
Sunday.
Our
Oh,
Lurvia's place.
oh, okay.
It does
All
get
right,
back.
everybody, grab your coats and jackets and hats and.
I'm gonna wait and watch the exit. I'm waiting for Barris to leave.
Okay. How
Do you want me to
long do you
stay?
want to wait?
I'll wait until about 1.
Okay. I would say around then he with some people you don't recognize, and one you do, the alchemist looking person from your previous exchange, sort of walking out. He's still got like a bottle in hand.
I pointed and I
I
said,
won't
"Look,
bother him.
he's moonlighting."
I don't think that word means what you think it means,
Yes.
Rox. All right.
I was taught many wrong things in life.
Common experience. All right, we best head back.
Yes, yes, says Bingus.
You make a
Bingus
midnight
makes
snack,
me
Bingus.
smile.
Yes, yes, there is a goat, I believe,
Har-
in the
And
back of the
there is a
house.
goat.
Oh
All
yes,
right, let's go.
I bought him 2 whole goats as a
Wow,
thank you or apology. It will go great
very
with the hardtack.
nice.
It will
It will
be
go
moistened
great
in,
with
so
the
it's more
hardtack.
chewable.
All right. So you make your way back to your accommodations and come to rest for the night. For the first time in about a week, you sleep in a warm bed. The frosty winds of the changing season far from you. The morning comes with a bright, early sunrise and the sight of first fallen snow.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what would you guys like to do? With your time in Inlam? How long do you want to be staying for?
Probably we'll leave tomorrow morning. Does that work? Like
Yeah.
people just have stuff they want to do today.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll be on the hunt for Madman.
I'm gonna go see Godfrey.
All right. Everyone roll initiative for me. This is also a good time to go shopping if we're going to do that.
I don't have money, and I'm not allowed to use
Ooh,
party funds.
it's another nat 20.
I got a
Oh, damn.
19.
I mean, with the
Well,
advantage.
I got a 19.
Oh, we have initiative. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have that. I still got a 19. Oh, not. I had 19 is my highest.
All right. So, Bones, you were first. You make your way back over to to the inner ring, and making your way over to Godfrey's.
Yeah, I'll show the card to the guard.
Mm-hmm. He goes. He sees it. They call ahead, and Godfrey. Oh yes, yes. Come, let him. He shall come in. Yes.
I'll walk in, close the door behind me.
Yeah. You are brought not to his study, but to sort of like a secondary study atop. He mentioned, my apologies. It seems that there is some construction that they are doing in my lab. I'm hoping to get a much larger area to do some testing with our friend downstairs. In our current setup, if he's activated, he becomes rather aggressive.
Aggressive?
So I'm going to be placing a area in there in which he can be he can go about his business without any risk of hurting myself or any of my assistants. Simon took a rather large gash to his finger, but that was fixed easily enough.
What does Simon look like?
Simon? I believe he brought you here at one point. He's a
Oh, who is?
Oh wait, his name is like
Simon.
his name is like sorry, yeah, it's Simon with a Y.
Simon.
Yeah, he's
Simone?
Simon, and he's the one with the owl, Tyron.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, so he's usually wearing.
So he's not an elf, right? I'm saying, out of character.
No, he is. Let me see. Nope, he's not an elf.
Okay. It's a weird one. We just talked about my acquaintance in Dunwich.
Ah, yes, I've already begun drafting. And he goes and sort of holds up a little sheet of parchment that he's been writing on,
it's a letter.
drafting some answers to him, such that we can
Excellent.
communicate via magic. I don't believe that it is wise to be sending this information through normal postal channels.
I'd agree with that.
It is
Quite
very
sensitive.
important and valuable information, and I would hate for it to be lost or it to fall into the wrong hands.
I think there are a number of wrong hands that might be interested in this information.
Is that so?
Well, I just know that there are people here who recall the days of the Unitary fondly.
Oh, those old. Yeah, yes, there are some who do believe that, but it is how it is, as it were. There is not much that you can do. Perhaps at some point they shall see the heir of the Unitary, but perhaps not. Many have found their ways into spots within Elam due to that sort of old influence.
Certainly seems like the shadow of the Unitary is longer here than in other places I've been.
Ah, well, of course, this was one of their great places. Old Plyscene, they called it.
Plyscene?
P-L-Y, let me... P-L-Y-C-I-N-E, Plyscene.
The name was changed after the war.
Yes, once, during the second Elam migration, or... Yes, after the second Elam migration.
I'm not sure I'm fully familiar.
Oh, well, the first migration happened with the influx of Unitary coming across the strait there.
More of an invasion than a migration.
Yes, it was very much that. But well, that was the invasion happened, but then after a while, once things were settled
I
and
see.
things were handled well, they sent the rest of them off that dreaded expanse. Then, well, technically, I consider it to be the third migration. The second migration, in my mind, being
he's written very correctly.
that of the exodus from Ilum at the collapse of the Unitary. There was a massive swell of the uprising, mostly, often, in some cases, depending on who you ask, and in my mind, again, the Daughtry military rising up against them and pushing them back and off the continent back towards the Ashen Fields, as they are now known, and that final third migration coming as that area was deemed inhabitable due to the volcanic ash that happened soon after the second migration.
See. So that was like refugees.
Yes, refugees. But they came, and reports in this period are difficult, but they came with influence and they came with power.
See. Inherited from the old civilization.
That is how it is most times. Very little power is earned. It is given. Through blood, through relation.
Fucking bloodborne ass dialogue today. Maybe that's why we were designed the way we were. Ones like us can't inherit anything.
Well, there are many up north who believe that you and your kind are the true inheritors of the Unitary. You are the last remaining spectacles from that dark, lurid time, and that, well, it is best that time be forgotten.
Heard. I'm gonna be careful.
Of course, that is why things are so tentuous. Sure.
Contentious?
Yes, that one. With the research that I am doing, and that your friend Gurnar is doing, I suppose that he is keeping this secret, is he not?
Yes, he's got sort of half of a specimen. Farm under where he lives.
Then it seems
I don't think
we
it's
have
as
much in common.
yes, you're certainly both enthusiasts, although I don't think either of you. I trust both of you. I don't think either of you have ill intentions. Ill intentions with my kind.
I am glad that we are of mutual understanding of that, my friend.
It can be difficult. People look at me and they only see, 500 years ago. When they don't, it's much easier.
When they do not see you,
And they don't see what I was. They just look at what I am.
Oh, I was wondering you were perhaps looking for something to cloak yourself. But,
did they have that?
Well, anything is possible with the arcane.
It seems that we were supposed to be modular.
How so?
I'll show him all my I'll show him my arm blade and the winged boots and how they get and the goggles of night and how I was able to just like seamlessly install themselves into me.
How very interesting. These levels of physical attunement.
Like I just have to sit with a weapon and it becomes part of me.
That is rather interesting. It's something I should look into.
You may want to test it with something blunt at first.
Oh, yes,
Don't want
certainly.
anyone getting hurt.
I do not wish to give it any sort of weapons.
Yes. About that, do you have any like technical knowledge about weapons?
Not much. I am a scientific researcher, after all, not a blacksmith.
Right, but there was something about this blade. I'll show him my blade. I don't think we did this last time when I was here. There's something about this blade that drew me to it. When I escaped from the pits in Finland, I took it with me.
What is this metal made of?
They call it amalgam steel.
Hmm.
It looks like it's forged from other weapons, but I can't tell what period they're from.
DM's note.
Oh, wait, I know.
Yes, you do.
They're unitary officer swords, right?
Yes.
They're unitary officer swords.
Oh, well, that very well might be it. It's in a similar way that, He goes and looks closely at you. Are you able to smell? Do you know what
Yes, right?
smell is? How can I describe smell?
I can smell and taste. I wouldn't call it pleasant or unpleasant, but I
Oh,
can
well,
distinguish.
In the same way that a simple scent can bring something to a memory, something a visual stimulus can do the same. Could
Sometimes I try to contact the memories, within me about a particular place or time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I was repaired in the
yes, I can
Underdark.
see. I was going to mention that. You look rather whole.
First time in a while. Get through a fight without my hand falling off now.
That is good.
It somehow seems to have dampened my connection to the past.
Interesting, yes.
This is metal from a strange river in the Underdark.
A strange river.
It causes psychic pain to those who fall inside it.
He goes and starts he writes some of this. He's just sort of writing some of this down. It's like I need to go and look into this a little bit later.
Oh, I still have the greatsword too, because I'm taking it up to the Elven Quarter to try to get it infused.
What?
I'll show him the greatsword.
Okay.
Remember the Anglethrim Steel greatsword?
Yeah.
Because
So
I'm
he
trying to
goes
find
and-
a blacksmith in the Elven Quarter who knows how to work this kind of steel, right?
Yeah. So he goes and takes a look at it. Interesting. The enchantments on it are very complex.
Yeah, it's some kind of drow thing.
Almost woven into the steel itself. Well, you might want to go and show this to an actual blacksmith. There's not much I can really do for it. It's outside of my
The best
specialty.
blacksmith in Elam.
Newen Ganderstride, I believe.
Oh, we already saw Newen. Never mind. Damn it. That's very well. Yeah, I'm familiar with Newen. Do you have any questions for me, or I was just coming to check in, say hello?
I believe the only question I have for you is, how have you been? And are you prepared for your journey north? Is there anything you need?
Well, your companion on the council, I keep forgetting how to pronounce her name.
Lurvaya. It is in the...
Lurvaya. Yeah, it's in the NPC repository.
Yeah.
Your companion Lurvaya on the council has been quite helpful and accommodating.
Oh, Lurvaya, she is such a kind soul.
Yes, I think she'll probably have us ready with all the provisions we need.
Very well.
But have you made any progress other than waking him up?
Well, it has only been a year,
Yes.
and that took most of it.
It's been, 500 years before that, so to do that in one is pretty extraordinary.
Why, thank you. You are flattering me. But I have ways to contact you should I require any,
Good.
if I require anything, or if I find something else out about this, and you yourself can do the same.
Well, let me think. Hang on. Difference. Have you heard of this happening before? Like a reanimation?
In your case, no, I have not. My research, my research in this so far. Hey, hold up! I need to get the voice back. My research in this so far has been mostly in regards to. Well, it mostly started with this, with the one downstairs. The rest has just been artifacts and thinkings and ponderings and reading of books. That's why it was such an important shipment.
Good. I can, Worse. One other question. What's the significance of spice?
Well, it makes the meat taste better.
That's really it?
Well, as one who's limited in their tasting functions, I suppose it is difficult to understand exactly. Yes, it is something that it makes things taste better. There is a lot of gold which goes into that. Economies spreading out across the breadths of Exonder, all for just one taste of it.
Remember what the Giants wanted with it.
Oh, I do not know. I do not meddle in the affairs of things of that size.
You are wise. But next time I'm in town, I expect to find more information in the north.
Please do.
And we'll be back here on the way back. All right.
Yes. Farewell.
Be well, Sir
folks.
Godfrey.
Safe travels.
Thank you. Good luck.
All right, and you head outwards. So, I think Rox, you were next.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to investigate the middle circle and ask around about the madman that was screaming about storm giants.
Okay, who do you want to ask about that?
I'll start simple. I'll just ask like merchants and maybe some random civilians if they've heard anything about that within the last couple months.
Okay. Make me a general persuasion check.
Persuasion, general persuasion. Not the greatest, a 10.
Yeah, you're not able to glean much information from the common folk. They, for the most part, they either like heard of the story. It seems very few have like seen him. You know, the people as well who you spoke to in the at the party were something similar. They had heard of it. They heard that there was some crazed lunatic running around screaming about the storm giants are coming and the leaders are dead and the clouds. Like
I'll move on to guards then. I'll move on to guards.
All right. As you start speaking to some of the guards, I'm gonna have you make another persuasion check. This one will be more difficult because you're asking about specific.
17.
17. They are rather dismissive towards you because you are kind of coming to them and asking, hey, I understand I am not a member of the guard, nor do I have any sort of permission to be asking any of these questions. But for the most part, you get kind of the same. All you know is that they were taken and thrown back into the outer ring.
Oh, so they moved to the outer ring now.
They were taken and they were moved to the outer ring.
I will move to the outer ring then,
Okay.
because I did not know that he got moved to the outer ring. I was just told that he was in the inner second ring.
Well, yeah, he was for a moment.
That's why I started there. Now I'll move to the.
It's like
outer
when
ring
somebody
now.
goes from business school to the main part of campus.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, so just for reference as well, the
Yes.
outer ring, the Ilum is a massive, massive city.
And I'm a massive lizard.
Yeah, that doesn't fucking equate.
I know.
You
I
are
know.
currently looking for a needle
Needle and a
in a literal
Your size
pile of
relative to
needles.
other lizards is much smaller than this city's size relative to other cities.
Yeah. You were looking for a needle in a pile of needles.
I'm
You
on
were
a
looking for a
mission.
specific needle in a pile of needles. You were
I
looking
will
for
do it anyway.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check.
Oh my god. Okay, 16.
16. Nobody has any idea what you're talking about.
Go see an oracle.
They're just sort of sitting there like some guy 2 months ago, or this specific.
That's
You're
a good
telling
idea.
me you're asking if I saw some crazed rave lunatic from 2 months ago. I see crazed rave lunatics every day.
Is there
Also, if you use exclamation point man, there's a fun little thing for chat to do.
God
Here,
damn
I
it.
got it. Fun extra point, man.
Madman was arrested too. Oh, that was
2
fast.
months ago.
That was fast.
Yeah, I did this because I knew this was going to happen. This is exactly like exclamation point lab, which no longer exists because it was the other.
I
Aw.
will I'll ask around about a Tempest, like cleric, like where could I find Tempest clerics? Tempest domain clerics.
Well, you'd have to ask.
I'm asking that.
Okay. For the most part, any religious shit, go to the temple of the divines, the eternals. Fuck it. Get out of here.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. I shall go to the big church, which I imagine is the big building.
Yes, so it takes you at this point, most of your day is kind of coming to an end. The sun is
That's
like
fine,
about setting.
that's
So I'm just
fine,
giving you like a time frame for this is taking a while.
That's
But
fine. I
you-
was supposed to return back tomorrow morning, so
Yeah,
if
so
it takes
you-
me all day, it takes me all day.
You enter in towards the Temple of the Eternal Order. It's very, very large religious building of various significance. From the looks of it, a lot of people who are entering are coughing or sneezing, shivering. A lot of them just seem to be sick.
Mm.
You there? What ails you?
I'm on the hunt.
I see. Rabies. And
No.
also, you likely have a case of rock joint. We shall
am
see
rock.
you. Come. They
I'm
go
looking
and they
for a-
guide you
I'm
towards
I'm
some.
looking for a Tempest domain cleric.
They guide you over to a over to the side, and they sort of sit you down on a bench. One of our healers will be with you shortly.
I'm
Please,
looking for a Tempest domain cleric.
I am sure that a healer will do just fine. And they go and they walk away.
I don't need healing.
About like a half hour passes, and someone comes up to you.
Dead.
Ah, yes, and what is the case for you? Are you
I'm looking
sick?
for
Were
a
you out in the
Tempest-
cold?
I'm perfectly fine. I'm looking for a Tempest domain cleric.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Bro,
You need a referral.
What do you mean, bro? You're just like fucking asking people to do the job for you. Like they don't
I'm
fucking
looking
know.
for people. Oh my god, this fucking guy.
You
An
need
11.
You need to.
An 11.
I'm not that persuasive.
Yeah.
You need to ask her
Hmm.
referral to a Tempest of Vampires.
I'm terribly sorry, but that is not something that we worship here.
Where can I find one?
Well, the worship of those destructive and frankly evil divines is
Mhm.
outside of our purview. And it's not something we support here at the Eternal Order.
I'll get in their face a little bit. Speaking giant, you know nothing of my god and what I do. And I'll leave.
They just sort of watch you leave. They
That's
don't
perfectly
really take too much stock in that. You sort of stood up, said something they didn't understand, and walked away.
Hmm. This was a bust. Hmm. Alright, I guess I'll head back.
Is there a giant bar?
Yeah, is there a bar that only giants go to?
No, there is not.
How long will it take me to get back to the place we're staying at?
Probably like 2 hours.
Okay, then I'll head out.
Yeah. As you're sort of walking out and you make your way back over into the second ring, the guards are, giving you not a hard time, but they're, like, where is your information that it allows you to be in here? And you were given that as well. And you go,
Yeah.
and as you reach into your pocket, and you give that to someone, you note that there's another piece of paper within there.
I'll look at it once I'm past the guards.
Okay.
I'll pull it out in front of the guards and read it out loud.
Yeah, I'll read it as I walk after I pass them and I go through the first thing of guards.
Okay, yeah, you make your way through the guards. It just says, the dark gods convene within the shadows. And it gives you an address.
Is it within the city? Or is it
No, it's in
It-
Dry
it is-
Gully.
it is a-
It's
it is
the
a
address of the Low Cost Crusaders office.
It is it tells you like a street and a number. That's it.
I'll go back to the guard.
All right.
Where can I find what's the name of the street? I won't give the full address. What's just the name of the street?
Anthers.
Where can I find Anthers Street?
Anthers Street.
Is that
Back
that
in
part
the
of
back in the outer ring in the slums.
I'll let out a sigh and I'll head back out.
Damn lizard. Go, you walk through and you make your way. At this point, night has completely fallen.
That's fine.
It is the right time for this.
You make
Yeah, perfect.
you make your way in. Make your way to the address.
Yes. Yes.
Are you Bingus?
No.
Bingus has been with you this whole time.
Okay.
No,
can't
Bingus has
think.
not been with you the whole time.
That's who passed you the note, duh.
Every time when I think of like someone
Bingus
like not
passed you the note. He's just fucking with you.
Bro, Bingus, yo, Bingus
Holy
knew the
shit, that'd be
entire
so
time.
I
fucking
but
think
was
funny.
if that
watching me
actually
walk
happened,
around
I
all
would
day.
attempt to kill him.
That's so
I would.
fucking funny. I'm kicking myself. I didn't think of that. Damn.
Bro,
man,
I would
fuck.
I would attempt murder, I think, honestly.
Oh,
At that
God.
point.
Listen.
That's so funny.
Because you were
You were so busy.
inconvenienced.
You were so busy chasing your own tail. Bingus found the right address and then didn't want to inconvenience you because he felt bad. And he goes, "Yes, I'll write it on a piece of paper."
No,
and
every
he
time I
puts it in
think
your
like
pocket.
either Usage or Nick's not here and I'm like and their character's just AFK. I think it's like whenever you play like the 2D flat Mario games, you see like the second player's like in a bubble following you. Like that's what I imagine every time.
Hmm.
Regardless, I go to the address.
And
Alright.
Bing just follows.
No, he is
So
not
you-
following me.
You make your way to the address. You knock upon
Does I
the
have to-
door.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I have to knock a certain number of times? Was I given a code?
No. The
Okay.
you go and you see a small little slot opens up and they stare at. Who is it that you follow?
I followed the Storm King. At least my yeah.
The Storm King. Talos?
No.
Shunk. Closes.
I knock again.
There is no response.
I don't follow Talos.
You can open the
Yes,
door.
and that is what the Storm Clerics are. They are followers of Talos. Talos is a dark god who is not worshipped at the Eternal Order.
Wait, do I follow Talos?
I don't know. Do you
Maybe.
follow Talos?
Who is the Storm King?
I mean, the Storm King is just a guy.
Who probably follows Talos?
The Storm King is the new guy, right?
The Storm
No.
So the Dark Cloud is the new guy. The Storm King is just the Storm King.
I-
He's the king of the giants. He is a big giant guy
Dude.
who let me look up some fucking Storm King lore real quick.
That-
How
honestly,
tall is he for a giant?
He's fucking Rock's dad.
How tall is
he's
he
not.
for a
He's
giant?
not my dad. He's
Even
not my dad.
taller.
He's not my dad.
He's not my dad. Honestly, wait. I think I just fucked up this entire conversation. Can we rewind it?
Well, I mean, the whole thing is like, so the Storm King is the king of the Storm Giants.
Yes.
And Storm
Who-
Giants are not particularly. Actually, let me get my monster manual out. Storm Giants aren't particularly because given their alignment.
Yeah, we're kind of good actually.
Yeah, Storm Giants are a neutral good. Talos is quite the opposite. Talos is a chaotic evil, divine. Those who follow him are not often enjoyed within the same nature of like someone else. Like Storm Giants are the people who come and fucking
And
what, Eddie?
Oh, sorry.
Oh my
God.
god.
Sorry, he
Oh
says.
my god. Fucking. Wait, no. Oh yeah, so fucking Stronmas first. Yeah, I don't fucking know what that is. Yeah, like Storm Giants are just like big guys. They're chaotic good, so they are like they very much are like a more orderly force. Talos, on the other hand, is like a destructive storm god. You know, like those who follow Talos are considered to be, you know, supporters of these massive storms that come in and wipe cities off the map. You know, which is why someone like, and you wouldn't know this, but like just table talk, why someone like Zabin Goldis, the storm cleric who you met on your first trip to Ilum, why he isn't
Oh, wow.
welcome in the Eternal Order.
Yeah.
because-
You were-
Is because
He worships him.
Talos is
bad.
Talos is a bad guy, and Zabin Goldis may use the powers he gets from the worship and understanding and sort of feared reverence of that god for his own good means, because he's working on the side of maintaining the order of the Storm Giant. You know, Talos itself is not something that is worshipped and held with too much like respectful regard. It is held by the Eternal Order that those who are worshiping Talos do it in a way of like calling down destructive storms and bringing death and ruin in its wake.
Storm god deities. I honestly should have done this beforehand.
So I would say, in general, potentially
My people would not.
Probably not. I think there would be like a general reverence towards like Talos in like very much in general, like understanding it as like a part of nature more than anything else. like the Dark Cloud and the Storm King are not religious, or are not of religious significance. So in that case, the door, little thing, slides shut.
Should I attempt to break in, guys?
That is your prerogative.
That's your decision. You are a reptile man. Do you
have
ask for
agency.
permission from your robot and himbo friend for
Himbo
everything?
friend.
Himbo friend.
Himbo.
Hmm.
A he/him lesbian, if you will.
I'm gonna keep attempt knocking.
Knock again.
All right, you knock
very
again.
polite.
In front of you.
The thing slides up. What do you want?
I don't know what the fuck it said.
Do you want to
What do you
learn their
want?
ways?
I
Do
will-
you
No,
want to?
the thing
I-
closes
no, no.
again. In the silence,
wanna-
the thing
I
closes again.
I want to learn the ways of Talos. I want to learn the ways of Talos.
Opens. Read a book. We are not a library.
I put my fingers in the slider.
He goes, it closes on them. That's
Why are you?
yeah, that's a I rolled a 19, so I have to assume it's like a 22.
Ooh.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as
Oh
they're
no,
sort of like closed
sliding.
in. Yeah,
It's heavy.
it is metal and heavy, and he's like closing it hard. This guy is not happy to see you. He goes, move your fingers or I'll take them off myself.
I wish to learn.
Yes, but that is not what we do here. How did
What
you
do
find
you
this
do here?
address?
I give him the piece of paper. I'll slide it through the door, a little thing that my fingers are holding open.
Hmm.
I was given this when the big church would not help me. I thought you could help
What
me.
help? What help needs you?
I wish to learn more of the Dark Cloud.
The Dark Cloud. I don't know what that means. Perhaps you may find yourself in prayer.
Huh?
Reach out.
Reach out. What?
The
Stand.
storm giant.
Stand away from the door.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Close your eyes and reach out. Find
do is-
yourself in the storm. Reach out.
close my-
See if you can commune.
You want me to... Okay, I'll do that right now.
All right. As you step away from the door, shoomp, closes. He opens it up again slightly, seeing that you're far away. Go and commune, worship, revere, and fear him. And then perhaps you may join our ranks. Stunk.
What's the door made out of?
Looks like it's made mostly out of metal, the slider, and wood, because it is a normal thing.
That is a normal. door.
I'm just going to give it a heavy kick.
Okay?
Like stomp, like not like kick, but like I'm like the bottom of my foot is hitting the door.
Are you not communing?
I'm communing the door with my foot.
All right.
One hell of a ceremony.
You want a strength check or something?
Yeah, let's do a strength check.
Breaking and entering.
That is a 19. Or is this an athletics?
Or I guess this
check?
will be an attack, so make an attack.
Oh, make an attack unarmed, I'm guessing.
Yep. So just
All right.
roll plus your
That's a tw-
strength
that-
modifier.
That's a 26, and then I do 6 bludgeoning to the door.
Wait, how is that a 26? Do you have
I
proficiency?
have a plus 10 in unarmed strikes.
Why do you have a plus 10 in unarmed? Where did you get that from?
That's what my sheet says.
Do you have
Oh,
proficiency
it's-
with unarmed? Do you have Tavern Brawler?
I think I might actually. Give me a second.
It would say, right?
It would say in my feats.
Tavern Brawler or
I have tough, crusher.
Crusher.
No, crusher is something different.
Um,
Because it
It's
should just be 5
it's
plus
unarmed
your
strike.
unarmed strike, unless you have Tavern Brawler.
you have proficiency. I just have proficiency with unarmed strikes. That's what it says.
Where'd you get that from?
It just says that. It says you are proficient with unarmed strikes. I think it's because I'm a barbarian.
mm,
I'll look into it later. You're not sliding one past me.
What do you
I'm
mean? I
kidding.
can-
I'm kidding. Okay, so take 6
Oh,
damage.
your proficiency plus your strength. That's why I have a +5 in strength.
Yeah, no.
and
I
I've-
know where the number is coming from. It's the proficiency that is of the question.
I will look into it. Okay, yes.
It doesn't.
Regardless.
It does not matter.
it
You
doesn't
go.
add
You
up.
kick the door. 6 damage. Okay, I would say it's a medium item. I would say it's a resilient. Okay, so it maintains its it maintains its form, but you kick it, you hear a crack. You better find your way out of my alley, or you shall never see any again.
I'll piss off.
Ah, you better run! You better go and hide too. For our eyes see all. Alright. So that was the Tale of Rocks in Ilum.
Damn.
Him guy.
Yo, it's this guy. It's this kid. Him guy is gonna find himself at a public library.
Alright.
Or maybe he's gonna go maybe talk to what is her name? Sunjoy, about where to find
Well, you were thinking of
information.
this. I have to pee again. I'm sorry. Oh, you're
Okay. Wow. Piss machine over here. Clark. DM Clark piss machine. DJ DM piss machine. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Rita's hitting. But I think him guy's gonna go find some information about our good old boy Ron here.
I'm reading why I have proficiency with unarmed strikes.
Cracking into the books, baby. Getting back into learning. Really, really going back to his roots.
Is
Here.
it because I'm a lizard man?
I mean,
I think it's because you're a cheater.
I'm a what?
Nothing.
you go behind the back of your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Shit. Drox has never dated before.
What happened to Iguanaline?
That was not me.
You have a fanged maw that you can use to make unarmed strikes. Is a lizard folk thing. It's the only lizard folk thing related to unarmed strikes, and it only affects bite attacks.
Bite attack?
Alright,
No, but I
well-
have a bite attack and I have an unarmed strike. They're both +10.
Well, I
My
don't know how
bite-
you get +10 to unarmed strikes, because all I'm seeing on lizard folk is that it gives you a 1d6 slashing attack you can make with your jaws. That you don't even necessarily have proficiency with.
I will.
Yeah, we'll have chat'll tell us. Anyways,
Oh my.
so
Chat.
Sage, him guy.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
I think I will go ask. Is it her last name Sunjoy? Or-
Sundren.
Sundrin. Ask Miss Sundrin where to find some information about like arcane, like lesser known deities.
Lesser known deities in the arcane. That could simply be the Arcanium college in the north. The north end of the second ring in the middle ring of Ilum.
You think I could just like walk in and ask to go browse through some books, or
You can with this, and she goes and hands you a small tag, basically, like almost like a badge depicting the Sundren crest.
visitors?
Yes, simply
Okay.
tell them that you are there for research.
Okay. All right. I appreciate this a lot. Thank you.
You are welcome.
All right. I'll be back this afternoon.
All right, so make your way to the Arcanium, and at first they are a little confused. You seem a little old to be a student, and you don't seem to be one of one. Nobody really sort of recognizes you. You are approached by a man wearing these flowing robes. You there? Is there anything I can help you find?
Oh, yes. I'm actually I'm looking for any sort of information about deities of chaotic arcane. Um, I'm doing a little bit of research on.
Well, the deities and the arcane are a rare mixture.
I know. That's why it's
Some consider deities and arcane to be antitheses.
yes.
Is there anything I can
No.
help you find?
Okay. Do you perhaps know of a deity or self-proclaimed deity by the name of Ron? Does that ring any bells?
He looks at you. No, I've not heard of one of this name.
What about a chaos, specifically deity,
Hmm.
bringer of chaos?
Well, there are many who are considered, many divines who are considered of chaos, though discussions on the natures of the divine may be beyond my abilities, but I will see what I can. There is goddesses of misfortune, of lies, illusion even. It is truly across the spectrum, but
A gift
there
or
is, but of a specific, just general chaos. It
I
is
would
something
say
you have experienced yourself.
yes. Um, a gifter of, I guess, gift of power. Uh, um, I guess, i in response of chaos. I guess.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Perhaps many divines and beings of power often ask for something to be done in return. It is a simple
Yeah.
negotiation, one which several of our students here have taken upon, for both the good and the bad.
Mm.
But I am not sure. You are free to explore our libraries to determine if you can find this, but it is not a name that I have ever heard before.
Mm.
What does this being look like?
Can I give him a description of Ron?
Okay, you give him a description, and he just same thing, just very little emotion on his face, not a lot of no recognition in his eyes.
Mm. All right. Do you know if gods can be like self-made? I don't know if
Well, the creation of the divine was some time ago, and that is all very much wrapped in mystery. For the only that have lived long enough to see it were the divine themselves.
Mm.
And many consider it very factual information, for they say, why would the gods lie? But as a retort, why would they need to tell the truth to us?
Mm. All right.
But that is of my own research.
I agree. In a way. But I'll keep digging here. I appreciate your help.
Of course. Do take your time exploring here.
All right, so this old man is gonna go look through. I'm not that old. I'm like 27.
What you're arguing with yourself here, dude.
All right, well, him guy's gonna go scour some shelves, maybe about like like deities, uh, special names. He's just gonna like scour anything that like screams Ron, or that he knows of Ron.
Okay. Make me just a general intelligence check.
Okay. Do him guy got the study skills? Him guy do got the study skills. What's my intelligence thing? 2. How does a 17 sound?
17. So you spend. How much time do you want to spend here as well?
Probably like a couple hours. Like, what time is it now? Like, it's like morning, like 10 o'clock when I
It's.
get
I would
there.
say after you've spoken to Lervia and made your way to the library, it's around noon.
It's around noon.
Yeah.
What time did I get up? Like 10 o'clock? Slept in. Okay, I'll probably spend like, I'll get there, I'll probably leave around like 5 o'clock, I guess. He'll be there for a couple hours.
Okay. You want to be there for like 5-ish hours. Okay. Reading through several different tomes, books, and manuscripts, you were unable to find anything in terms of in terms of like Ron specifically, or like the idea of like this chaos being. And it seems that a lot of so most of the writings on the gods, you find that there's little written about them in terms of like their existence and ascension. It's more done in ways of this is the sort of power that they wield, and those who worship can obtain through these powers of worship. You read through several other things of things known as Great Old Ones. You stumble across several that you have heard of before. Things like the Raven Queen, that which Van followed. Or actually, they're not a Great Old One. They're just another deity. A couple of different Great Old Ones. One of which that you come across is known as Treluk, this great ancient frog. And for the most part, it seems like a lot of these Great Old Ones and sort of beings of power that are powerful enough to that worshiping them or following their lead can obtain their own power are either usually fiendish, fey, and or very, very old.
Can I look up anything related to deer teeth?
Okay, you look up things related to deer teeth, you do not find anything.
Do you find any deer biology?
You find
find
a
any
single book about deer biology, what pieces of the meat
Okay.
are best cooked. You think to yourself, Bingus would love this book.
Angus will remember this book.
Bingus will
Wait,
remember
yo,
this
I'll
book.
throw it up on the thing. Bingus will remember.
Yo.
Oh, I have to change it.
But like, I find like nothing about any hints about Ron at all.
Nothing specific. It does not seem that there are any writings about a being in which you have described and know of Ron.
Yeah, I'm not like looking like for his name. I assume it's not in a book, but anything that might like resemble him or his power, like a being of chaos that demands chaos in order to grant the gift of power.
I mean, that's like a very common relationship within the gods. Is
Yeah,
the
guess-
gods or anything of power, any sort of thing in which power is going to be given? That is always a part of it. Is you do X, I give you Y.
well, I know that, but I'm saying specifically the like acts that like fucking Ron was asking for were specifically like chaotic. Were like killing his best friend in order to save his ass, or like usurping a fucking underground government.
I see.
Um.
In that case, no, you do not.
Okay.
I mean, this
You
is
think-
also like it's an arcanium. Like everything in here is like very deep arcane like research and understanding of like, you know, people who can like strike these Faustian bargains can end up with very great uncontrollable power.
What about the self-proclaimed gods? Any research into those who are like becoming their own god?
There is not. You
Yeah,
only you
yeah,
learn
more.
only the only thing sort of similar to that is its antithesis, the fallen god.
Ooh, do tell me more.
Reading through several tomes, you see several references to one known as Agros, a
Mm-hmm.
divine who found themselves struck from the plane of their existence, torn from their status.
It's just like Satan fucking in D&D world.
It seems
Are you riding for Satan? Are you hating for Satan?
I'm loving Satan.
all that is really known about this is that there used to be like it used to be a member of the pantheon. They had their following, and at some point during the Unitaries' rule, it vanished. Prayers went unanswered. Followers began to cease to believe, and for whatever reason, the divine of Agros no longer exists.
Was there anything about him in terms of like why people worshipped him or anything like that?
He was known as a divine or god of chance. He was
Chance?
within chance. It was within he was within divination.
Oh, divination?
Yes, he was one of the divining gods.
Okay.
Sounds kind of chaotic.
That's kind of chaotic. Lost his place. Had a whole rebrand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I find anything on like immortal beings or anything like that? Like the importance of immortal beings?
Probably a book called On the Importance of Immortal Beings.
I mean, there are plenty of religious texts that tell you how immortal beings are very important because they're gods and they shape the ways of the world.
Damn, is Tundo Agros? That's funny.
I don't.
He's immortal, but like stripped of all
I
his
think
powers.
Ron is Agros.
They could be two halves of the same coin that were separated.
Bro, it's like
What
they
if
were
Tundo is
twins.
the body? What if it's like a
And
Christ
Ron is the
situation?
soul. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's the same guy. Anyway,
I think I'm gonna
He's now
try to.
complete, and it's all him guy's fault.
It's all Hugo's fault. I'm gonna go thank the person who tried to help me earlier, and then I'm also gonna ask to check out the book on deer meat to bring back to Bingus. Or can I get a printed paper of the specific section of filleted?
No, they do not seem. Your presence there is due to the respectability of the councilwoman, Lervia Sundrin. You are not allowed to take a book out of the library.
No, I don't want to take it. I don't want to take a book. I want to take just the printed.
Oh, you go to Ye Old Kinko's and you get a copy. No, no, you can like copy it over like onto a napkin if you like really want to, but you can't take the book out of there. It's a book.
I'll just write the notes. I'll just take notes.
All right, you take notes on deer.
And then I will also write down stuff about Agros in my little notebook.
All right.
Deer meat, filleted, best cuts. And then right underneath is Agro fallen god, ? Ron? And then if possible, I'd like to go find that oracle that I visited. or that fucking. Oh well, I guess I could go try and look for an oracle.
Do you want to go see an oracle? Do you want to see the crone?
I'll go see the crone, and then maybe she can help me find an oracle.
All right, you go to the crone once more. You go this very heavily incensed building. Yes, dearie, I hope that curse that was lifted from you. It has not returned, has it?
No,
Good.
will it?
It shouldn't. I was worried when you returned to me.
I actually had some questions since I figured you knew more about Ilum and finding people than I did, but I'm looking maybe for an oracle or someone to help me find a very lesser known god. More information about him, at least.
To find a divine, that is likely something to be done with those who are religious.
He's not exactly. He doesn't exactly have a following. If he just kind of he just kind of popped out of nowhere. So I just you know
Well, I am not sure what to tell you.
that's
It
fair.
is to pinpoint a god. I have to assume they're on the godly planes. Perhaps you can pray to them, and they will
Yeah.
enlighten you. I do not know. The divines in which we follow are very different, you and I.
Uh, the divine I had is no longer attached to me. I no longer am able to follow him. Do you know anything about a god who was able to kind of like, or any? Should I go talk? I should probably go talk to someone else. Can you direct me to someone who might know more about this?
Go to a church or temple or something.
Are there any like
Play Hades.
open-minded temples?
You will find no answers here.
Okay. I mean, appreciate it anyways.
Yes, you seem stressed.
Very. Yeah.
Well, for a final recommendation, the House of a Thousand Hands.
Everyone
Let's
here
go.
is just constantly boning. That's all they
Yeah.
do in Ilum.
That's Bone Town, you know what I mean?
Bone
go
Town is
there.
probably another location.
Yeah. I guess I will attempt to find like I guess yeah, a cleric of sorts
Yes,
or a
be gone.
I was saying that to you, DM, not the woman. I will give her my love and say goodbye and
Be
thanks
gone.
again. Gone.
Be
Gone am
gone.
I.
All right, you leave the crone's hut. Once more able to breathe in the fresh air.
Just gonna go visit the crone every time I visit Ilum. I'll be like, hey, and she'll be like, get out.
Hey, buy something or get out.
Yeah, find something or get out. All right. Yeah, I'll go find a cleric, I guess.
All right. I mean,
Or
you
like
know where a
can I go
cleric
find?
is.
I do. I guess I'm gonna. Can I find like a complicated? What did that guy say before? He said something about the antithesis, or
What?
the guy that I spoke to in the library. He had something about what I was saying, describing, or as the in antithesis.
The
What did you say?
antithesis? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Um,
Any religious studios of old gods out here? Of the older gods?
I mean, it seems that you are looking for information that is not very well that does not very well exist within right here, because you are looking for, so the Arcanium is not going to have many books upon divines.
Where would I find Can I roll the insight where I would find these
This would
things,
not
or
be
where
an
I think
insight. I think you can figure out that if you're looking for answers about the gods, you should go to the place in which the gods are worshipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
so
I'm looking for information about Ron, and Ron is not someone who is currently being worshipped by anyone.
then
He's
it
just
does not
kidnapped
seem
Hundo.
that there is information about Ron.
Oh,
And I think that tells you some things. Sometimes no answer is an answer regardless.
okay. Well, then I'm trying to find an answer out of no answer, Clark.
Okay, well
Try.
that is something to find within yourself and within the mind of him guy, because it does not seem that there's any further information that you may be able to gain from this. You know, I believe you've already asked Clarence, or someone has asked Clarence about, you know, Ron in the past. Or actually, no, I think that was talking about Reyna for
Yeah.
Alex. But, you know, it doesn't seem that anyone knows anything about Ron. And perhaps that tells you some things. Perhaps.
Okay. I'll go with him now.
Yeah, I mean, it is a difficult question to ask because, you know, it doesn't seem that he has interacted with too many people. People aren't like, oh, fuck, it's Ron, yo, my guy, I love Ron. You worship him too?
Hey,
I mean,
no,
him
I know
guy,
a guy who could. I know a guy who you could talk to about that.
Yeah.
Tundo.
Yo.
yeah,
it's
you can talk about
crazy.
Tundo or like him guy. Hey, him guy, what was your name again that Ron gave you?
Shit for
Right.
brains.
It was the
Pretty much.
first.
Yeah.
You were the first. No
Yes.
one fucking knows who this guy is.
Well,
I
I'm
think he
not saying it's
introduced
more like-
himself as a new god.
Bro, I literally was like,
I'm pretty sure he introduced himself as like a new god, and I am looking for worshippers.
I'm not looking for his worship. I'm like looking for any information that might resemble him. I don't think that.
And that was a good research method to go about, and there is nothing that resembles it.
Fascinating.
Okay.
All right, so that is just about the day for everyone.
Hey, I just
I'm back.
talked.
I'm
I
coming
wanted
back
to go
super
shopping. I
late.
just talked.
Oh,
to
you want to
fucking-
go shopping? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yes.
You
I'm
can
coming
go
back super
shopping,
late.
Bones.
Is there a? Okay. What was
Pick up some healing potions.
the magic items shop?
Magic item shop would be the practitioner's hideaway.
I'd like to go to the practitioner's hideaway.
Okay. Make me an intelligence check.
I know it's in the second ring, right?
Yes.
So it shouldn't be too far. 19 flat.
19. Okay, you remember the name of the guy who runs it. His name is Gizmon Gravesby.
Yeah, of course. Why would
Yeah.
I forget Gizmon?
Well, if you rolled low, you would know him as Gizmo, which is the
Yeah.
thing, the way that the thing he hates to be called by.
No,
Yeah.
that's what he said that his name was to me.
No, that's the other guy.
What store did I go to look at the ring of lightning resistance?
That was
It was here.
the practitioner's hideaway, and he said, "My name is Gizmon, not Gizmo."
Oh, I think
Fucking
swear he said
Ewan
Gizmo.
Ganderspike calls him Gizmo just because he like has an accent and he fucking hates it. So that's
Oh,
why.
man.
All right, so you go and you make your way into the practitioner's hideaway once again. The tall ceilings, the multicolored lights, all of the magic items. He goes and looks to you. Hello there. Anything I can help you with?
Greetings, Gizmon. I've been here a while ago. Probably forgot.
No. Yes, I have, actually. You do not look very familiar.
I'm gonna show him the arm blade.
Oh! Right, that was you. Ah, look at you. You got all
It's
fixed
a while.
up.
Yeah, they buffed out the scratches, so to speak.
Well, that's good to hear. Anyways, what you looking for?
We're doing a job up north. I was looking for,
A big jug. I got you for that. He goes and he takes a big jug and boom, place it on the table. 500 gold pieces, and this big jug is yours.
There's 501 gold pieces in the jug.
No, but you can get quart of oil in it.
What?
Quart of oil.
What does that do?
Well, I don't know. Do you like oil?
I mean, I guess it's all right.
Well, just keep that in your mind, as it were.
All right.
It's always here.
okay.
Or you a fan of jars?
Can't say I've thought much about jars.
Oh well, I have a little something here, but it's probably not for you.
A jar? Probably not. I'm just gonna look at. Can I, just browse?
Of course.
Just browse.
All right. So find that he has, and I have this. I think I may have already shared this,
You probably did.
but I will share it again. Actually, no, I don't think so because Jake walked in and like immediately found one thing and didn't go to browse. So we will take this. Or you like found it, but that's the thing is you found the thing you were like looking for.
Yes, and I'm being refused.
All right, here you are, and here are the listed prices.
Relatable at
could
Rock's
it
biggest
fucking
rumor.
be? Could it fucking be? Oh, you don't pay for Discord, Clark. You can't fucking send a big message. Gotta send 8 smaller messages. Fuck off, Discord. Suck my ass.
I was gonna say, DM it to me and I'll send it.
Nah, I'm copying and pasting in.
The alchemy jug. Toad in a jar.
It's 5,000 gold.
It makes a giant toad.
No! You literally said no to me having a $1,000 item. You're not getting a $5,000 toad in
It
a
was
jar.
an $8,000 item.
No, it was 1,000.
Yeah, the toad in a jar is affordable. What the fuck is this shit? This guy. Who
This
does he
is-
think I am?
This is the shit he has, alright?
Where was
Fucking
it?
15,000 gold for a robe of eye-like patterns.
Yeah.
Where's the ring? How much was the ring?
He said
8,000?
like 8 or 9,000.
Oh, rings. Oh, he has rings of lightning, acid, and force. Okay, and they're all 8,000. Okay.
Yeah, so here you go. Here's your
Yeah.
list of things. This is the jar he was talking about was the toad.
Dude, that's sick. But
Yeah.
I already
so-
have Harold.
Yeah, there are a number of things that you can purchase here.
No, I don't think I really want any of them, but I'll be back next time. I think that I'm mostly looking for more quotidian accoutrement.
I don't know what that means, friend. Care to?
Everyday items.
Oh, an everyday item. Sometimes you just need a gallon of honey. 480
I wouldn't
gold.
say I need it every day.
4 gallons of beer. 480 gold. And that's yours every day.
I mean, I suppose it would be a return on investment, but
It
I'm not
really is.
gonna
You can sell that gold.
sell the gold.
Yeah, the gold. The golden beer that this makes. It tastes. Mm.
You really are trying to move this thing.
450 gold.
I'm just like now really strongly considering just because this guy like wanting to get rid Gizmon wanting to get rid of the gold, or the jug, so badly suggests it probably causes problems on purpose and I can give it to Barris. I'm thinking about it. Give me a second to really give this a consider reading the description. Oh, it's up to? You can just cork it and it's fine? No. No, hell no. This is not a trap item.
What?
I thought if I was just gonna give it to Barris, it would just be constantly producing honey in his
No, that's not how it's
office.
fucking. It's not a jar of infinite production. It's per day.
It's a jar of breaking the laws of thermodynamics. Wow. Maybe if it's still in stock when we get back.
I assure you, it probably will
Not if you keep moving it like that.
be. Yeah. Well, we can
Those-
both hope.
Those mortals sure love their fluids.
What a Strange thing to say.
I'm gonna see ya.
See ya.
Uh,
And you close the door.
is there
and
like
leave.
an armory or a radiant raiment type of joint?
Oh, there is. The armory would be for the Blood and Bone Blacksmithery, Newen.
Right.
Newen's place.
I know.
Yeah.
Is there like a clothing, not clothing, like specifically enchanted clothing?
That would likely be Gizmon.
Okay.
Is that sort of anything
It's whole
magic?
fucking
is sort
city.
Of, anything sort of magic kind of goes through him, or at least in the inner or in the middle ring. It seems that he has this. Elsewhere, perhaps not.
Yeah, but I spent the morning with Godfrey, so I don't really have like that much time
Yeah.
to be going back and forth. Is there anywhere in the inner ring, not in the middle ring, that sells stuff?
Or one more time, sorry.
Is
Or
there
you guys
anywhere
are
in the
in the
inner
middle
ring?
ring right now. You are in the middle.
I know. Is there anywhere in the inner ring that would sell anything, or is it just like all administrative buildings?
It looks like it's all administrative buildings.
I'll just go visit Newen, I guess. That's the only other
Alright.
shop I know of.
He goes. He's finishing a blade. Oh, how's that blade in the arm working for you?
What's this? I'll show him the replacement part.
Oh, look at that. Oh, the steel shimmers like a river.
I'm a river. It's very perceptive. Look at this. I'm gonna show him the greatsword.
It is very nice. I think it is of good quality.
It's a strange sort of combination of brutishness and elegance. Yes.
Ah,
I was wondering if you have anything that can be used to strike a target at range. I'm getting a bit tired of these plain old spears. Bones is specifically missing the javelin of lightning.
yeah. You're looking for
I'm still pissed
something.
about that. I'm still pissed about that. Oh, throw your fucking thing. I'm gonna give you a great throwing weapon, and he spent $1 million on it. Oh, the fucking wall of force goes up. Oh, you can't get it anymore.
If Rox had it, it would return to his hand.
That's great for rocks.
Yeah, suck for you.
That's great for Rox.
If Rox was
I'm
there.
glad to hear that for him.
Yeah, good for him. You're looking for something throwing. He's gonna sort of look at you very closely, and with a 19, my friend, you have loss in your eyes.
Is it that easy to tell? I got to use it like once. I tell him about the javelin.
Oh, I have heard of some things of that nature. That is not something you want to remove.
It was a matter of life and death, but I do miss that capability.
I see. Well, what if I were to tell you I can give you something better?
Is that the case?
It is.
If he gets out like a sling, I'm gonna leave.
He goes and he reaches in.
He has a +1 dart.
There we are. He goes, he reaches in, he goes to sort of like, has to dig a little bit into this, and he pulls out this shining, or actually, no, sorry, not shining. It is bone. This strange looking bone is in this like weird U shape. As you look at it, you see that it's sort of, it has these like engravings on it.
What language?
No
can I read the
language.
language?
No language. It's just sort of decorative almost. And as you take a look at it, you can see
It's like
almost
Scrimshaw.
almost magical, like sort of like or as you not so as you hold it, you sort of see like the symbols and designs within it, and as you hold it, you almost feel it kind of shaking within your grasp.
How'd you find this?
I came across it as one was short on coin, and I thought it was a rather interesting item.
To do.
It is a boomerang. Returns to hand after it is thrown.
Okay. My question mainly is, will I have to attune with it? Because I already have all my attunement slots used.
No, you do not.
Let's see here.
Hmm.
Can I test it out?
Hmm?
You don't have like a range downstairs where I can test it out, do you?
No, not downstairs. We can Alright! Clear the street!
I'll give it a good heft. How does it feel?
It feels heavy, and as you go and sort of throw it out, and you go and you catch it back, you look over and you see that Nguyen has like moved out a small suit of armor onto in front of you. Throw
Whoa.
it here.
Okay. I'll give it a little, get used to the weight, and then give it a good toss.
All right, make an attack roll, please.
Do I have proficiency with this weapon?
Do you have proficiency with javelin?
Yeah, I have proficiency with all martial weapons.
Then you do.
14 plus, is it plus 1? Or is it
It
just
is
normal?
not.
Okay, so 14 plus 8. That's
Okay. Yeah, so you go,
22,
and
yeah.
as it hits it, there's this loud, like, cracking noise as it slams into it, and this big boom falls out. The boom of sound goes, and the armored figure that you hit goes and falls over on the ground and like scatters into bits as the boomerang goes and
There's things.
flies back into your hand. This is a
I'll say this is
storm
better.
boomerang.
Whoa!
DM's note, I'm going to need to make a slight change to the storm boomerang because there's some crazy shit in here that's like fucking insane for an uncommon.
What is this? The stunning?
So a storm boomerang, it says on a hit, boomerang deals
I have to spend 1 hour inside an elemental air node.
What?
These properties return after the boomerang spends 1 hour inside an elemental air node.
Again, there's some things of this that will need to be adjusted.
Okay, can you send a...
Yeah, I will adjust it. It's basically, so it's a boomerang that does, it's 60, 120 feet. It does 1d4 bludgeoning and 3d4 thunder. I'm going to make an adjustment to the Constitution saving throw because stunned until the end of its next turn for an uncommon is fucking insane. Even for a con 10.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of fucky. So I will adjust that, but if you wish to purchase this.
Yes.
He goes, walks over. 4,500 gold piece. Is good item.
3,500.
Yeah. You seem like a rich man. I saw you at the gala.
Well, that wasn't that was by invitation.
Yes, and I am sure that you were handsomely rewarded for your actions.
Did we get any money strictly, or did we just get like shit comped?
You did. You got a fuck ton of money. You got you got a fuck ton of money.
I'm looking at the party funds thing.
You got 250,000 gold piece as a thanks.
When?
When you got to the
250,000?
thing. No,
Man, you
sorry,
waste
sorry,
fucking
sorry,
ring.
not 250,000, sorry. 25,000. 25,000.
We
Sorry.
need 250,000 gold. We can all fucking retire.
Yeah, it's 25,000. My apologies.
Yeah, that 8,000 That
Okay,
8,000
can
resistance
I?
ring
I
sounds
would like
pretty
to
good now.
buy a building in the second ring and open a fucking consultancy.
Potentially.
Like,
Look, do you want the thing or not?
Think of rocks.
yes.
Think of rocks. Think of
Alright.
rocks.
So you obtain that.
I cast dissonant whispers into Bones' mind.
No, you don't. All right, so you
Yes, I
obtain
do.
that. Remove the funds from wherever they shall be.
Where are they? Is that in player zone?
I believe so. Yeah, we will
Yeah, there it
discuss
is.
the exact things about that because that's really a fucky item from like a weird expansion. So we'll have to just check.
I can
on
give
that.
him. I can give him 4,440 gold.
Who?
I can give him
Oh.
4,440 gold instead of 4,500. Because the party funds would be exactly 22,000 based on that.
What is 40 gold? So he goes. He
60.
allows it.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah. Okay, so you go. You have a nice round number for the party funds. You have that. I'll get you the actual item sheet for that later. And we are just about at our limit for tonight. So, is there anything significant that any of you would like to continue doing in the city? If the answer is yes, we will end tonight's session.
No.
If not, and the last thing you want to do is head north, we have a
I
question.
think we probably just gotta get out of here tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sage, is there anything you also want to do in the city?
You can buy something at the next place, Rox.
Also,
Hey,
if you
guys,
want to buy something and we can just like hand wavy retcon like, oh, and you bought this in this city.
I want the ring.
We can figure
Okay.
that out.
I'll
later.
wait.
Well,
If
you
we
can
go-
mention that to Bones off camera when he comes back with the
I
boomerang.
mentioned the ring when I first. I mentioned the ring the first time.
Because all I knew is that you wanted a ring. I thought it was just like a barbarian greed moment.
Oh no! I said I wanted a ring of lightning resistance. That's what I said.
I don't think that's what you
Yeah.
called it.
He called it, yeah. He said lightning something or other. So
Regardless,
Oh.
it will. We'll talk about it
We
later.
can hash it out.
Yeah, we'll hash it out.
Okay.
Maybe on my after this job.
Yeah, that might be a good reward.
I'm earning my.
That's a rare item.
Yes.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
All right. So
Good session. Lots of talking. Lots of fun.
Nice.
yeah.
Did I mention
May
how much
I-
I hate the fans?
May I bother you for 10 more minutes?
Sure.
4 minutes.
Sure. I don't care.
Okay. So, the morning comes, and you decide to leave for Ilum. Morris and Sherry say their goodbyes to you, and that they shall be taking a teleporter back to Dry Gully soon. You leave the city of Ilum. You also say your farewells to Lurvaya, who wishes you a safe journey north. You leave Ilum, and for the first time, head north, following the Ilum walls. After a few hours of traveling, you reach the wall, which separates these two areas. You've been able to see it for the past hour. The wall is nearly 300 feet of metal and rock. Rickety elevators line the length of what you can see, expanding beyond your eyesight eastward. The wall side facing south is well kept, scarcely decorated with faded, peeling paint which once showed symbols.
Say that one more time. Sorry, I blanked out on that.
The wall's side facing south is well kept, decorated scarcely with faded, peeling paint which once showed some symbols.
Mm.
What are the symbols?
Make me a history check, please.
Yo.
Are they legible?
That would be a history check.
history check.
That's a 14 because I have a +0 in history.
This is a 23.
Okay.
Same guy knows everything.
I would say that, and I would say, Bones, you recognize them implicitly. Through the chipped and destroyed paint, you were able to see that these were once symbols of the letter T, with two vertical lines.
The unitary.
Symbol of the unitary. Before you is a small military outpost surrounding a single vault-style door in the wall. A member of the guard calls out to you and your cart. Hey, I recognize you all. Saviors of the spice. Come on. You come to spread your loveliness with our neighbors to the north.
The spice saviors.
Yeah, we're on our way. We've got a job to do.
Very well. Hey, enjoy yourself up there. Stay safe. And, yeah. So a guard, a very large orc, places his hand on the spinning lock and wrenches it open. Several guards pull on chains attached to the door. It opens slowly, revealing it to be nearly 2 feet thick. The wall itself is only about 100 feet wide. You're able to see light coming out on the other side. Well, off you go. Enjoy your stay in the Elven Quarter. As the door creaks more, as the door once more creaks shut, and you begin your walk in the tunnel, I want everyone to make me a perception check, please.
Perception. Perception. Nice or hot tonight, gentlemen.
12 plus 7. 19.
Okay,
23.
23 and
Modded 20.
modded 20. Okay.
I have a high perception.
So,
I think everyone in the party has proficiency with perception.
yeah.
Perception
As
is like
you,
one of the most important stats.
as you are walking through, you notice that the walls of the tunnel are not as well kept as on the outside, the wall that side it was facing. It is held up with wooden supports, though several of them seem to be old and molding. You also note that as the door closed, the side now facing you is covered in small scratches, dents, and burns.
Hmm. That doesn't seem very foreboding at all. Not at all. Not even the slightest bit.
So,
I wonder how old these are.
Whatever it is, if we meet it, we can kill it.
I think it may have been from a while ago.
I still think we could kill it.
All right.
I admire your confidence.
all right.
I live and breathe it.
So, you continue forward through this section, past the wall. You exit through an unguarded, undoored hallway. The plain before you is flat and lifeless, the ground mostly rock and hard soil. Looking back at the wall, you see that this side is poorly maintained, if at all. Several sections of rock have fallen out, and it is well worn with bludgeons and burns. Sprawled above your exit is a message written clearly in large red paint. Your goddess is dead, and we killed her. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you for your
Good.
extra time.
That's great. This is going to go great for Bones.
It's going to go great for everyone.
Check us out.
Podcast.
Oh.